Okay, I think I got it working. Welcome, ladies, gentlemen, phantoms of all kinds. My name is Phantasma Knight, warrior poet of the Order of the Loot Rat, and today I managed to start the stream muted again. Anyway, we're gonna be playing Arknights. We're on First of a Thousand Autumns. I want to say this follows directly from the Blaze Altar story, which I've already forgot the title of that story. Looks like instead of Blaze though, we have Chen Altar. Well, Chen Altar 2, I guess. At least I think it's another Chen. I could probably find out real fast if I look at the headhunting banners. Anyway, we still got more Sui siblings. I'm going to try and make this into a reading stream, although we are going to go through the stages a little bit. I've been neglecting doing the stages. I did like one stage, and then I didn't even do it that many times. I just immediately went and did some of the other grinding stages. The red certs, whatever they're called. Oh, hey there, Nico. Good to see you here. Hope you're doing good. Heard you already pulled for some stuff. I got the new 5-star with my first pull, so that's good. Haven't done the rest yet. I'll probably do those later. A Fangxi from afar says that there is a great mountain on the northern border called Jing. Atop it sits a mythical stone called Wa. I don't know how to pronounce anything Chinese. Also, wasn't Wa the name of the androgynous figure that attacked during the Changyu the event? Thousands of meters wide and tall, shaped like a jewel, the color of crystal. It shines with a brilliant blaze and a luster that never wanes. It cuts both metal and stone, brings forth all things with methods unknowable, with principles unfathomable. Obtain this miraculous object, and perhaps it will help Yan face the coming calamity. I don't get it, sir. We sacrificed so much for this, yet you intend to hand it over to the House of Yan? That man started the war in the first place and sent thousands to perish. Why would you aid the despot? We wish to free the masses from suffering, not to aid a single ruler. Fate shall play its hand in time. No one person controls it. I only pray for an early end to the strife, that the people would no longer suffer its torments. Yes. This is the fate of Great Yan. No, I thought you said something 140 pulls, Nico, but I thought you were talking about a different banner. Were there casters on this one? I haven't actually looked, so I don't know for sure. Actually, I don't know at all. Yeah, I don't know anything about what's going on with this banner. Yeah, still working? Madamoni, I mean, Hoshiguma, sir. Last Mid-Autumn Festival, downtown was flooded with people watching the festival lanterns. Patrol didn't have enough hands to keep everyone off the roads. Almost got hairy out there. The commissioner was fuming over it. Oh, probably shouldn't have done that. She's in her regular outfit. Does this take place before her event? Or is this just her on-duty clothing? The whole squad got punished for it. Double patrol hours for the month. I'm missing something here. Okay, so this, I think this is a further back in the timeline. I want to say where... No, I'm mixing up the years. I'm thinking about Cold Steel. I think Cold Steel takes place in like 1200 something, but there's no way this is a century before the main story. Probably shouldn't have done what? Host God got punished for what? For it almost getting hairy out there? That's a strange thing. The commissioner even told us to be extra careful now, since Chief Wei has been out of town. Sure, better safe than sorry. Well, good work, boys. I did just happen to bring in some chow, so share amongst yourselves. Can't possibly take all this. Come on, listen to your stomach growling. Have a bite. Wait, what was that? It came out of nowhere. What kind of thunderclap was that? Wait, am I seeing things? Over there in the sky. What is that? Boatman, slow us down. Look over there. Do you see something on the river? A peck beast? But how's it on the river? And it's carrying a goblet? Just a mirage. What's so special about that? Don't you get those in Kowo City? Break. Huh? What's with the sun rain? Where'd the Beck Beast go? Autumn rain this year. May well freeze my bones. I'm trying to remember there's something special about the boatman. I thought he just brought Ling along. I didn't realize there was anything special about him. Or Ling? No, not Ling. Ling was the one who made those creatures. I'm thinking about... Gosh, I can't remember his name. Lee. That's who I was thinking of. Reporting in! Report! The Firmament has reached the final sentry post! Red alert! Repeat! All units on maximum alert! That thing doesn't look like a creature call. It's a damn mountain! Excuse me, sir. The Grand Commandant is sick abed and will not see anyone, so please... Is the Grand Commandant in? Yes. And bring me to him. Cough, 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 cough. In my fevered dreams, it was as if I'd seen the late... I thought, you were the late Emperor. Here to take me away. I know you often think of the late Emperor, but I fear anxiety is out of your brain if you're thinking about your end already. Your Imperial Majesty, you honor me with your presence. Forgive this servant. I failed to rise for even a salutation. How have you deteriorated so greatly in the few days since our last meeting? Are you taking your medicine? I beg your Majesty's understanding. This consumption's a stubborn chronic illness. The abnormal weather this mid-autumn struck with a cold. I fear this wizened shell may not make it through the winter. You are a trusted servant, O Great Yan, and should not sell yourself short. How could the same man who once kept countless foreign foes halted at our gates, dread a mere cold? Be at ease and convalesce. I await your swift recovery, and for you to share my burdens and aid the nation once you are well. This adult servant is in truth ill-suited to the task. Great Yan today is rich with talent. Your Imperial Majesty decides all matters, great and small, so why seek counsel from this withered servant? I see. So the Great Commandant is unsatisfied with my arbitrary actions and wishes to return home due to his illness. This humble servant would never dare. In the last 2 weeks, ministers across the bureaucracy and all throughout the land have stacked petitions urging war high on my desk. Everyone is passionate, and a few I would venture to call desperate. So for the Grand Commandant to claim illness at this hour, is this to compel me to... Your Majesty is indeed aware. All Yanese share a view on this age-old problem. Your Majesty may not believe me, but ought to have faith in this. The will of the people. I'll be willing to try any other possible solution, so long as we can avoid spilling the blood of our troops too readily. I thought you would know best my mind on the matter. Your Majesty is well versed in our history. Surely you must know. Across the many times that blood ought be shed, when was it ever avoidable? One ought to act swiftly when necessary. Indecisive efforts for want or perfection will only lead to more bloodshed. I don't know about this specific version of this country, but I feel like war is often avoidable. Not always. Definitely not always. But there are a lot of conflicts throughout history that definitely could have been avoided. Well, maybe that's being too optimistic. Maybe it could have been avoided if both sides were a bit more sensible. Or maybe if even one side was a little bit more sensible. People being eager for war is never a good thing, though. I thought your majesty understood this long ago. It has been more than 2 weeks since the great offender entered the tomb of Sui, but his fate remains unknown. Oh, does this actually follow from the... Oh, there was a collection of short stories, wasn't there? It wasn't a full-blown event. But it was with Leitzo and some of the other characters, I think. Our great Yuan is in uproar, not only due to the 5 fair months, but the presence of foreign foes as well. Leave him in the tomb for even one more day, and the danger to Great Yuan will increase tenfold. This is not my opinion alone. Even if I could temporarily suppress public sentiments for your majesty's sake, it would be no true solution. So, how do you want to go about it? I cannot ask your majesty to rescind an imperial edict. I can only make an earnest request to set a day. Final deadline until which Great Yuan must hold. Whether or not blood should ever have been shed will be determined thousands of years from now by historians and common folk alike. But for now, I'm afraid neither the Great Commandant nor I will get to make that determination. Is it Great Yuan that cannot hold, or the collective lust for glory? Your Imperial Majesty. But your request is not without merit. I recall, it was the day after the full moon when he went in. The next day of the full moon it is. If the man fails to achieve anything in the tomb of Sui, then we will proceed as the Great Commandant proposes. Your Imperial Majesty is wise and just. Let it be so. A cold is no grave illness, Great Commandant, but convalescence is still important. I hear Danyan's snow pears are a great expectorant. I'll send for some. Finish the pears before you rest for the night. Your illness should be cured in the morning. I'll hold court early tomorrow. Do not be late. It's interesting that though we've encountered the Emperor a couple times now, or the True Lung as they call him, they have never shown his face. Kind of reminds me of some works of fiction where some great figure is just hidden behind like curtains or veils. You can see their silhouette, you can hear them talking, but you never actually get to see them. And the lowly subjects are not allowed to even look upon their face. Are we outside? Those Fairmouth proxies have quite the mystical powers. Is the placation finally complete? Perhaps. No, just how many have we tried? Is that complete? How many have we spent in the Garden of Grotesqueries? Based on the dates in the Tenshi Bureau's terminal, it's been more than 2 weeks since we entered the garden. More than half a month. Why do I feel as if we spent even longer than that? We don't know if anything's happened in the Tomb of Sui since we've been here. Joe, you asked how many times? I'm getting the sense this isn't our first time standing on the spot. Concluding the placation, taking the Jade Rule, leaving the Guardian, and going back to town, I feel as if we've done it all multiple times, and also, sometimes it's Mr. Yi who greets us, while other times the Wei Chi player blocks our path. Sometimes the Bestial Ho turns into a butterfly and grave enters the Bestial Sui. But other times we fall into a Geist trap and get chased out of the garden for no apparent reason. Well, I guess these guys have been playing IS-6 for a while. That's actually probably why this past like couple weeks, I think, there have been like extra incentive going to IS-6. I haven't touched IS at all though, not for months. This hunch isn't a recent realization. It was a faint feeling at first, but it was only just now that I realized we have seemed to have been repeating our garden visits. If that is the case, then maybe the placation is finally complete? I certainly hope that's the case. Right, here's the token. Seems Mr. Yi hands the rule to a different person each time we complete the rite. I don't have it. Neither do I. Then... A small object falls from Jole's pocket. To everyone's surprise, there's no jade rule, but a tiny doll. What? Auntie Lin, Yun, have we seen this before? Yo, so you made it out alive. Pretty tough, huh? Zushi. Zushi. Why you call me that when you're not even a Tenshi disciple, kiddo? How should I address you then? Who cares about titles? The Qinggong's good and you move quick, so just get to wherever you need to be. Where I need to be? What should a candle holder do after getting the token from the garden? Return to the Sui regulator and submit the Jade Rule along with the report. Then be gone! No more dawdling! But the Jade Rule... A token's a token. Maybe there's a reason you didn't get the Jade Rule this time, but just hurry back to the Sui regulator already. Or are you scared that Proxy's going to report you for theft? Qianbei, there's something I'd like to ask about Baizhao. Just be quick. Who's the candle holder here? You or me? Won't you know the answer once you see the city yourself anyway? At your age, I'm sure you know how to adapt to a situation, don't you? Yes. I'll go with Jolene. You stay. Lucy? Is that a name or like a title? Baizhao doesn't have much use for a judiciary at the moment, so it'll be a pointless trip for you. You'll be more useful here. Same goes for the Yun kid. Neither of you is a member of Sui Regulator, so stay. You make less trouble for all of us. The three exchange glances and silently agree to the Tenshi's directive. Jolene puts the token back in his pocket, and after bidding farewell to the party, leaps off northward. Qianbei, there's something I want to ask. Where's the young lady who claimed to be the Shanhaizong, the one you took away before we entered the tomb? Oh? I didn't think a dimwit like you would concern yourself with that, lass. I just remembered. She mentioned there was something from the garden that could keep Yan and the bestial Sui from coming to blows. Grant us permission to enter the garden, but you didn't examine the token Jolene had at all. Does that mean you believe she spoke the truth? How intriguing. Smarty pants like you are so different from the martial types. Of course, I believe you have your reasons for sending him alone, but I'm worried Jolene might come to harm if the token is truly important. To speak of safety, no one's truly safe right now. If that kid really has what it takes to be a candle holder, now's the time to show it. Oh, accidentally clicked off the screen. What's wrong? I rarely ever see you so down. I just worry they might not manage to deliver that token. Those who know what the token truly is can only stand and watch, while those helping us don't even know where it should go. That old Tanshi has already done us a grand favor. The rest is up to the family's fate. I didn't think those youths would get involved in this, so I'm not sure whether to be relieved or worried. Many have come to the garden over the past century, but this group of youngsters was the first to retrieve that glimmer of hope from our memories left behind and bring it back to this realm. No matter what, we must believe that our fates are somewhat linked to ours. You speak sense, sir. Well, myriad sights are bound in the land, but encounters are still up to fate. You could buy a ticket early, do your research, memorize the map, stand outside the garden till it opens, but then a storm comes, and you see nothing at all. Or you could enter through a random side gate and roam around aimlessly, but as long as you have a gold mine, you might be pleasantly surprised by what you find. Visitors come with interest, but it always wanes with time. It's not proper to force their enthusiasm to endure. So let's just relax and wait here and protect this garden. This beautiful place is honestly quite difficult to abandon. What a bother. I'm getting a sore throat repeating the same argument over and over. We're back to square one now. Thousands of years we've debated. Seems nothing's getting through that thick skull of yours. You're the stubborn one. Whatever scholarly talents you have are negated by your expertise in nonsensical argumentation. Truth is simple. There is no order without rules. To live in this realm, one must be able to tell right from wrong. It really is, as you say, for everyone to blur boundaries and confuse right and wrong. What sort of chaos will befall this realm? Preposterous. Your insistence on adherence to rules is nothing more than locking yourself in a prison of your own making. Let me ask you this then. To build a room, a house, a city, a moat, there are rules to follow, yes. But when we measure merits and errors made in history, the hearts of the masses, what rules or metrics are we to abide by? Of course, rules are made to fit the situation and for mortal benefit. When have I ever said rules should be set for the sake of having them? Where are we? And who are you? Unfortunately, I have no idea which one's supposed to be the Wizen voice and which one's supposed to be the Sullen voice. Maybe the left one's Sullen and the right one's Wizen. He does have a fine, wise old man beard. Fine, fine. Let me ask you this. You say we must have rules, but then who should set them in the first place? You're a looking artisan, huh? The virtuous, of course. Only they can convince the masses, and rules can only stand when accepted by all. Don't you see the problem with that? We have to first find virtuous people to set rules, but what deems one virtuous? Does that mean we have to lay down some rules to find those people? The 10,000 years of your life have been a waste. You can't even decide if the foul beast or egg came first. Huh. You're just unreasonably putting the cart before the burned beast to suit your fallacy. We already have rules called righteousness. You think they just appear from thin air? I do, actually. What? What are you talking about? Oh, look. This one's about to wake up too. Wake or dreaming? You even have to ask. Just look at her all lost. Obviously, she's dreaming. Awake in a dream, yet not truly woken. The girl is suffering from a headache over the dilemma she faces. You're stubborn and refuse to see sense. You surely run up against barriers, both physical and mental. You're right about that. Her knowing and doing don't match. She's contradicting herself. Wants non-action, yet also wants to act. Now, she seeks a tangible form of justice, and even wants to pocket it and take it away. I think she's far more obsessed with that than that good-for-nothing disciple of mine. Yes, how could she enjoy such a delusional dream if she weren't the most obsessed person walking this realm? Got a light. Is that light in his forehead, or does he just have a single eye? No need to be so harsh, you. Plenty of people out there climb trees to catch fins or strike ice to make fire. What can we even do? You're right about one thing. This girl an obsessed one or what? Who? What's the matter with you? Nothing. Did you not hear any of that? You're so weird. You've been staring into blank space for a while now. Did those guys give you a concussion? I don't suppose there's anything I can do about that. Thanks, I'm not quite... I just feel like I've been here before. Weird time loops? I still have no idea how to pronounce her name. Huichia. Your name is Qian Huichia. Remember this family name. The rest has nothing to do with you. How is my sister? I hate you and I hate them. I should love you, but right now I hate every last one of you. Huichia, grow up soon. When you grow up, you'll change everything. "3 days before the day of the full moon. Thunder. And nothing more. It's late autumn. You wait till winter, the roads will be harder to traverse. Huichia, you should go back. Go back? To where? Lungmen? I've already told you what you want to know. So you should understand that all that lies in front of you is none of your business. Huh, I think you've got to know it, Uncle. If you were 5 years younger, we would have crossed swords already. Your temperament has changed too. You don't have many issues here, over the past few days at this post house. Because I still don't trust you. What you said about the Grand Preceptor, about your brother, that other uncle I've never met, and the old True Lung. It's not my place to comment, but if I have to say something, I'm just glad you're not the one running Yan. Can I argue with that? I really do want to know what was going on in your head when you left Baizhou, why Mother followed you to Lungmen, why she stayed. But at this point, I'm not expecting to hear a fair answer, or an objective account of the past from you. So I'll find the answers myself. I'm not leaving until I do. You have a knack for messing things up when it matters most, especially when it's about you. Stop you from doing anything stupid again, or even just to keep you safe, I'm not leaving till I'm done. So let's both save our breath. Holy Chia, these past few years, you... Same as always, nothing worth sharing. Perhaps it's better to wait until you're willing. Jin Huichia looks out the window. The lights of the far-off nomadic city have been dim for days, leaving Baizhou's skyline vague at night, like the spine of a firmament in hiding. She tries to imagine the colossal creatures from ancient fables, only recently confirmed as real to her. Fine autumn rain drizzles against the window, like pins and needles on glass. Still no news. Then that's the best news we could ask for. There's no hoping for a positive turn in events at this point. So if anything strange happens to Baizhou, Yumin won't hesitate to go to war. You know, her whole outfit is great, but I feel like the short shorts is kind of unfitting considering the rest of the outfit. Like, I mean, the short shorts look great on her, but like the rest of this outfit is awesome, and then there's just, you know, low booty shorts. The bestial sui you speak of, the unrest it might cause, and any battle it might provoke. No one's sure how any of it could turn out. Correct. So this is the secret Great Yan that's hidden for over 1,000 years. You two are so alike. There is a strange detail, though. Time's running out, but in the past 10 days, there have been no more than 3 messenger parties traveling between Yumin and Baizhou. I don't know if his outfit has changed at all since he was introduced. Meanwhile, Jen's got so many skins, even when we don't take into account like the fact that she's got 3 different forms now. When Yumin's facing war, we would expect far more traffic. Lord Wei, a visitor. At a time like this, send them in. Trust you've been well, Lord Wei. Likewise, Grand Tutor. So you're the Grand Tutor of Yan. Not that I'm any good at voices, but when I'm trying to make a voice for someone whose name I can't even see, like, I can't see the title, their name, their appearance, so I have no idea what voice to use. There's a lot of old folks, though, and I definitely don't have enough voices for that. I did not know Lady Qian would be here as well. How do you... Qian is certain she has never met this old man before. She cannot tell if it is an austere or a kind look in his eyes, but he recognizes her instantly. Swiftly, he turns that same gaze to Wei Yanwu. That's another matter, and a long story. I see. So you did heed my advice to stay at this post house? I have no grounds to distrust the Grand Tutor. There has been messengers, but today the Grand Tutor graced us with a personal visit. There's something I must make clear to you, Lord Wei. Ucha, leave us. No need. Best you stay and hear what I'm about to say. Fine. The situation in Baizhou. After mid-autumn, His Imperial Majesty granted him leave to enter the Tomb of Sui to try and quell the threat posed by the Bestial One. The day of the full moon nears and we've heard nothing from the tomb. Yet at this very moment, 5 Hermuts have lurked around Great Yan with intentions unknown. The Tenshis of the Chamber of Heaven's designs, along with Yan's finest warriors, They stationed themselves near the Fernmotes. Great Yon does not fear the coming battle. The worst outcome we face is not just fighting 5 Fernmotes simultaneously. No way. Intentions unknown, that Greybeard sure can talk. With the blood field of the past few millennia, do you think they would just simply show up on your doorstep bearing gifts? Huh? What did you say? I'm sure many advocating for work this time. There's no opinion for any party left to consider. I fear Great Yon is left with no other choice. The court must have drafted plenty of plans for this contingency. Countless plans, and none end without a Pyrrhic victory. But there is still a method yet to be considered. Tell me, Grand Tutor, tell me our brother has never conceived of activating Buffon himself. He is the true lung of Yon. If the nation's driven into a corner, he is the only one who can do it. It's absurd. Lord Wei. As it stands, there is no longer a need to digress. Not a single man knew of the secret letter sent to Lungmen until the Imperial Guard set off, and I come today without any attempt to conceal my identity. I'm sure you understand, Lord Wei. The past stories from 40 years ago, thousands of years ago, should not end like this. Hey there, Sardis. Hope all's good. Gonna try and do the story reading, but as usual, my head's feeling fuzzy these days. We'll probably do some pulls soon. We'll probably play a couple stages in between the stories. Should not end like this. And he should never be the one to pay the price. No one wants to see the worst case scenario, but we cannot deceive ourselves. I must remind you, even if merely for Yon's sake, or for the good of the realm, a backup plan is called for. Please, just slow down a second. I don't get it. What does the Grand Tutor mean by a backup plan? Everything you're saying, what does any of it have to do with Wei Yenwu? You still don't get it. You don't know what a backup plan is. Something you do when things go south. What? What are you talking about? A kingdom cannot be without its king for even a day. A missing true lung must naturally see a seat filled by another. When father dies, son takes over, and when elder brother leaves, younger returns. That's how it's been for thousands of years. No, I haven't done pulls yet. That was going to be soon. And there's no other choice. This last will have no choice but to become the true lung. Hold up. Okay, if I recall correctly, Wei Yenwu is probably the Emperor's older brother, who left after slaying their father, who had gone mad. I don't know if Yon's history has any parallels to like China's actual history, but there's some weird stuff that I just don't understand sometimes. Like, you know, someone kills an emperor and they leave and there's no real consequence for them. Meanwhile, someone else was innocent and they and their entire family get executed. It's weird stuff. Although there's some implication here that if everything goes completely wrong, Qian's gonna be the new Empress of Yan. Hey there, Ref. Thank you for the blessing of luck. Tuck that in my pocket for a little bit from now. Huiche, that voice. Did the two of you not hear any of that? Lord Wei, I do not expect you to have considered all possible angles already. One must think before one acts, but time is short. Take care, Lord Wei. I'll see you out. No need. I didn't get any of what he was saying. He had me stay to hear it, but I couldn't make sense of it at all. Huiche. All that stuff about Yan probably going to war, but he'll give you time to prepare? Buffon, the Fernmoots, what does any of it have to do with you? Huiche. Many mistakes from the past. Some I made myself, but others I was powerless to stop. I only insist on ensuring those irrevocable mistakes do not affect the rest of you. Because I've never doubted in your potential to accomplish more than we ever could. This is the worst time you could be saying that. One more thing. Tallulah, tell me, was she well the last time you met? I don't even know if Jin saw Tallulah again after New Reunion went and attacked Rhodes Island. Then again, I haven't been reading the main story for the past like 3 chapters. So, Ref, as far as I can tell, Arknights is a whole bunch of like storylines. This is not the main story, but it might tie into the main story somehow. There's a bunch of like bunch of different storylines. At first, I thought they were all disconnected stories, but in Kashimir's, which is basically Poland, there was like a big old like multi-event story arc. In Yan, which is supposed to be China, there's a bunch of like individual stories, but they're all connected. There is potentially 2 government branches made to deal with this dragon-like entity from the past that has currently split into 12 different people. We haven't gotten all of them as playable characters yet, but we're getting there. So yeah, we have a bunch of different little stories taking place in this country. The last one I saw in this storyline seemed to indicate that this fellow on the left right here might be the Emperor's brother. One of the siblings, one of those dragon proxies, is just running a restaurant in the capital, I think. He didn't really have anything like crazy going on. No way, I'm not telling you about her right now. If you really care, then now is not the time. Aunt Fumizuki doesn't want you to stay a stubborn old man forever, and she's worried about your safety. And I don't want to. If you truly care for anyone but yourself, then don't leave them behind. Tell me, Uncle, what exactly are you going to do? Sounds like she's doing well. Well, not bad at least. That's not your call to make. You don't know how much she's sacrificed, and you've no clue what she's... Enough. If you want to enjoy your pity party here, then have fun. I'm going out for some fresh air. Fine autumn rain continues unabated, like intermittent thoughts left tangled with no end. I'm sick of you, Wei Yenwu. You and your precious city. Where are you headed? Back up north. Okay, so they did meet again. I wonder if this was during Necros's story. Because I want to say that was the outfit that Chen was wearing at the time, and I don't think I've ever seen Tallulah in this outfit. There are people in the mines who need our help. We're running out of time. Right now? Then what about this farm? What about the people left here? Actually, she might have been wearing this outfit during the main story. I think she was with Bagpipe, although when they met up with Reed, I think she was making her way to Victoria. Then what about this farm? What about the people left here? Some of our comrades are staying. They'll take care of each other. You can join them too, if you're so inclined. Can't just let you go. You could follow us instead. I like your help if it's on the table. But, wait, yeah. I believe in your words and your ideals. A place where the infected are judged fairly and can live, truly live. I don't know. I feel like the first time we met Xian, she sounded pretty prejudiced against the infected, despite being one herself. That place is not here, not in the past, not in the present. The place we seek lies only in the future, and we must make our way there. Alright, so on we go, and what next? Did my past catch up with me, or did I go looking for it? Guess there's less history and more reality I haven't faced yet. Tallulah, if you were here, what would you think about all this? Overcautious and indecisive. Your courage is for naught. This lass is unlike her ancestors. That first slung's descendants must number at least tens of thousands over the millennia. How many of them were heroes and how many were mediocrities? How much can this sliver of that bloodline even accomplish? The mind this turbid, as if trapped in a dream, can we really trust her with anything? Or is it because those old blockheads refuse to bend? No wonder the youths are too inept to handle things on their own. She's been on quite the journey, so she must have other special skills beyond her brute swordplay. Just who the hell are you? Enough hiding! Come out here and show yourself! The vague, mysterious voice speaks again, but she hears it clearly this time. Only now is Jian Hucha sure the whispers that plagued her all night are no mere hallucinations. Ah, just look at the girl. Inexperienced, yet quick to anger. I'm glad you want to know, but if you truly seek your answer, why not find it yourself? Why should she go looking for the answer? You're right there. You're the one who's harassing her all day and night. You might as well give her an answer. What the? What was that? In the post house? Lady Chin. What are you all standing around for? Did something happen? Yeah, I was gonna do it soon, Ref. I thought I said that right when you showed up. Although I also thought I answered Sorty's question before he asked it, too. When was the last time you saw our Lord Wei? Barely an hour ago? So you don't know his whereabouts either. Wait, you mean... Half an hour ago, Lord Wei went to rest and dismissed us. The post house owner just realized the room was empty while delivering his food. We searched the premises and found no trace. Lord Wei is missing. Fair enough, Raph. You just take care of yourself then. Good to see you here as well, Cheesecake. No note left in the room, an empty room as if it never housed a guest. So we actually managed to slip out, with all of you watching. Yet again, Wei Yanwu. Lord Wei received a letter, personally penned by the True Lung, summoning him to the capital. We tried in vain to dissuade him. We could only follow. Let us tentatively assume he is making his way there. We failed to ensure his safety, and our crimes unforgivable. However, I feel entering the capital now would only... Don't worry. Chen interrupted the Shao Guard. Whatever the case, he left without a word, so this time, I'll find him. Rough, weird, bad news. Man, that does not sound like a pleasant combination. Bad news is bad enough, but man, that's a mess. So with tutorials, unless you're actively seeking the info, is liable to just go in one ear and out the same? I see. That's unfortunate. Alright, well, let's get to this out of the way. Let's do some pulls. Okay, so I've done one pull so far. The free pull that was here yesterday. I already got the new 5-star. So we have two here. We have this fellow who's a specialist. What kind of specialist? A trap master. I feel like I got enough of them, but alright. He's probably something completely crazy. Probably. He really just puts ghost stones on the field and expects you to walk on them? Alright then. What about her? What do we have here? A guard? Which is about as expected. I was surprised when I saw her as a sniper. Arts Fighter. That checks out. Arts Fighters, they really gotta be like crazy these days in order to keep up, though. They're generally not that great. With the exception of Surtur, and Surtur is even slowly being outclassed. Let's see. Not taking damage, or 7 seconds restores random amount of HP. Excuse me? Every 7 seconds restores a random amount of HP? Between 30 and 160% of attack? Huh? What is that? Why would you put in something this RNG? Wang's traps are akin to a little boy and fat man. Everything just dies when you send them. Does it also douse the area in radiation for years? Let me scroll up a little bit. Gender reveal with an explosion of color. I forgot that that's the thing with gender reveals. Because, like, so a kid is unlikely for me. So I hear gender reveal and it takes me a moment to think of it as kids. I feel like more recently, like, we're talking, like, within the last, like, 5 years, gender identity has been more relevant than the gender of a baby. Not with me, but, you know, with interacting with people, especially people you don't know. Let's see. Blessings of Luck. Snatch. Pocket. Wait, I should pull it out of the pocket soon. Chen seems Bork. Oh, that's good, because the old Chen has been completely sidelined at best. Who cares about anyone else? Yeah, that's right, take care of yourself. Let the rest of the world burn if that's what it takes to keep yourself warm. The rest of the world might not be happy about that, but you know. Qian theory is freaking insane. Both her and Wang feels like they could probably soul half the stages in existence. Okay, well, time to build these new characters. Probably spend like the entire week between like this stream and, well, okay, it might not be a full week between the stream and the next one, but probably spend like a whole week trying to figure out what they do. Or rather spend a whole week trying to get myself to figure out what they do, because I won't pay attention now. A sword wave that travels forward and changes direction, dealing arts damage to enemies passes through. Minimum of 580% attack as arts damage. Equivalent to 6% of their current HP. Dang, okay then. Each attack deals 3 instances of 210% attack as arts damage up to 4 ground enemies. And there's none of Amiya's weird, like, once per stage limit or whatever. Sword wave is a funny way of spelling dragon. You know, for some reason I got that impression somehow. I was like, maybe it's because of the Blaze Ultra stages, you know, the rerun event recently. But yeah, I was suddenly just imagining the dragon. Alright, well, let's just go in and do it. Well, actually, let's do the free pull first. No, actually, let's do this first. I'm just collecting everyone. I do want Qian because I used her more back in the day, and I never got her first altar. So the original her is kind of weak now. The second her was kind of broken when she came out. Basically, during one event where she and her, like, arch rival had to work together, she was using a water gun. A tuned-up water gun, but it was stronger than her dragon-slaying sword. Oh goodness, Bits. Stop that! Let's see, Fat Tail, are you talking about Wang here? I got the 5-star in my first pull, yes. Wait, how... I know I said it earlier, but how... It sounded like you just found out, so... I mean, I might have said it before you showed up. So how did you know that I got the 5-star in my first pull? Did he show up there? I thought it was all 5-star. Oh, no, it was all 4 stars. Huh, was I supposed to... Oh, we're right. Every banner has it so that the first 10 pulls guarantees a 5-star, right? I totally forgot about that feature. But yeah, I got the 5-star in my first pull. I totally forgot that they do that. It's been a while since I've paid attention to this little thing. Guarantees a 5-star in your... or higher in the next 10 pulls. Well, part of the thing in Cheesecake is that when you do this stuff, like, if it's a flame, it's a 6-star, but if it's... Okay, well, this is a 4-star. So hang on, we'll go to the next one before I keep talking. Anda-san, good to see you as well. Hope you're doing well. Thank you for the blessing of luck. So I will try to explain both of them, but first I would like to see... So the gold explosion... So the thing is, the gold explosion could be 5-star or is a 6-star. If it's a flame, like if it actually has a flame effect, then it's a 6-star. But if it's just this glow, like this is not fire right here. These are just sparks. If there are flames like licking out of the bag, then it's 6 stars. This could be 5 or 6. Oh, apparently there's a way to identify the explosion too. I didn't realize that. What I look for is the cards, because if there's like a black one. No, not these. It's like sort of like a black and red one, I think. I don't remember exactly. I think it was like not red, like dark orange. We'll see at least one of them. Sometimes there's a gold shine within it that leads to a rainbow, then give a 6-star. Huh, yeah, so I guess I never noticed the big explosion or the rainbow. Wait, Hanada-san, you play Arknights? Okay, but yeah, I think the explosion is bigger than 6 stars, so no 6 stars yet. Alright, so it took Nico 140 pulls to get both the 6 stars. I don't know what we're going to be looking at, especially because I don't have that many pulls. Let's use the free pull.
Lancer
3-star.
Frank, captain of Reserve Op Team A1. My team and I will...
Huzzah for stream streaks. Oh, this is the 6-star flame, but yeah, if you're talking about just the gold glow, then I guess we look for the bigger explosion. But yeah, this is the flame effect I was talking about. And I think that explosion sometimes shows up even if you have the regular thing. Oh yeah, see, it's black and kind of like dark orange. The page is dark orange, the top is black.
Trainee operator from Black's bring deep color. A painter. Yes. Hey, Doctor. I'm your new operator. My name's Gummy. You must be the doctor.
Yeah, I think it's the next one. It might be 2 operators from now.
Operator.
Wasn't counting them.
This skateboard...
You are, Doctor. I am honored to finally meet you.
Huzzah!
As you've already met many of my siblings, I shall not belabor my introduction. I am Wang, a former strategist. As for our earlier encounters, let us consider them not worth mentioning.
So I need to find out more, because if I'm not mistaken, this is the guy who tried to steal Lee's body. Maybe it's not, but he likes Go pieces, or he likes playing Go. Might be his evil twin brother with the white hair and the white hair and the black lowlights, which might not even be an evil twin brother. It might be a split personality thing. I don't know, but we saw somebody in the little cinematic. Oh yeah, Dragon Dude. So the siblings, there's 12 of them. I think at least one of them is like gone. I'm not 100% sure. But the rest of them all have dragon-like qualities. So we have several of the siblings, but not all of them. We don't even have all the ones that are currently released, I think. I don't think I ever got Dust. Cat with go piece of fries. Oh. See like a little dot in the middle of each one of them. Okay, so either of the new 6 stars would be pretty awesome. Chen, because I like her look, I like her dragon slaying sword that she hasn't actually used to slay a dragon yet. And just like I kind of miss using her like swordplay stuff. Him because he's a limited operator, which means he only shows up on a limited banner. At least Chen, if I don't get her here, there's always a chance that she'll show up in the future banners. Although I believe that because this is a limited banner, the chance of getting all the limited operators still shows up here, I think. Not sure. I can't remember who's actually a limited operator. Lurk, alright, enjoy your food. Probably going on a break soon. But for now, more pulls, more pulls. Oh, you know, actually I need to save some pulls for this too, because guaranteed new 6 star, right? Shoot, I might be in trouble. Actually, how many... Let's see, this one goes to July 31st. This one goes to July 30th. Eek. Isn't it new? No, not this one. Crap. Wait, did that banner disappear? Oh no. Did I forget to pull... I didn't dream that up, did I? Wasn't there a guaranteed new 6 star banner recently? Did I just imagine that? Shoot. No, it was a special banner where you were guaranteed that the first 6 star you get is going to be a new one. Oh, like among a certain group of operators. Shoot. No, it was definitely not this. This is just a standard banner. Crap, did it just disappear? Maybe, Hanada-san, I'm not quite sure. Was it only 4 operators? I thought there were some I didn't have on there, but I can't remember who it was. Oh well, I guess that's more stuff I can use to focus on this one. Huzzah! Let's keep going! Oh, that's not good. Oh, small explosion. Just gonna verify with these. Yep, it's just small explosion. Is that... Who's that again? Was that Tippy? Someone I don't have, so that's someone else in the collection. Huzzah. Haven't played this for a long time, but there should be 4 6-star banners that gives new operator in the banner. So it wasn't actually that. It was... I know what you're talking about, but I think it was something different. I think it was... There was like a whole pool of 6 stars. It wasn't just 4 of them. For that banner, it guarantees that you get one with the 4 among those 6 stars. Like you can't get anyone outside of those 4. But I think it was actually a special one where you just legit get a guaranteed 6-star operator. It was a much bigger pool than just 4. Gosh darn, now I feel really bad about missing that. I thought I had time left. Guess I didn't. Oh, maybe it was, maybe it disappeared in the last, like, literally 2 days, and maybe I was going to, like, save for stream, but then I realized this event was coming on... Well, this event showed up yesterday. So I thought... So maybe that's why I didn't realize it was expiring. Feels bad, yo! Oh, that feels really bad. And the problem is, I can't even go to the shop because I already have. Yeah, I already bought this. I bought it just yesterday too, I think. Or 2 days ago? I don't remember exactly. Okay, well, one thing we could do is... I always, like, drain all my resources whenever I go to this page, but maybe I could get a few more pulls here. It ended today. Oh, oh, the pain, the agony, the feeling of the missing out. Okay, well, F it. Buy it all. I'll take your entire stock for the month. I'm gonna have less of these resources left over than I'd like. Probably shouldn't be indulging like this. It's so expensive to actually get to that third page. Oof. The pain of loss. A loss. I don't know why I put a T in there. The pain of what I have lost. There we go. Now the T fits. Oof. Okay, I guess I didn't realize just how expensive it was to get to that third page. Actually, hold on. I think there might be a little bit more I can get. And I suppose I should spend these. Wait, did I fall further behind? Oh, I'm alarmed. And it rotate over at 4 AM. So yeah, it might be going by Asian time. Or maybe they picked a time where, well, okay, I don't know about the rest of the world, but at least over here, most people are not awake playing gacha games like 4 AM, so that would actually be a good time for things to roll over. Let's see, I already did my annihilation stages for the week. Can I just comment on how annoying it is to do all these gacha things? Like, Girls Frontline 2, like, I'm already getting tired of doing all the gacha chores, and I just started that game. Hang on. Oh, right, I want to check to see... Okay, this event's concluded, but let me see if there's something I forgot to claim here. No, I got all these. Yeah, I probably end up missing some of that currency. Like, this is one that I don't think you can catch up with. You only fall further and further behind, and maybe I accidentally forgot to like claim something because I shouldn't have both of these here. I should only have like part of one of them left, but the fact I have both of these, oof, that's not good. Oh well, no, we got a few more pools. Let's go and do it. If I start with the top one, I only have part of the bottom one remaining. Oh, did I go for this one instead? Huh, okay. Well, okay, that works out then. Alright, this is the last set of the pools. Maybe I should have saved the green currency, because every time I give in and buy stuff with the green currency, like I have a lot of other crafting materials, but then I miss out on like more pools I could have gotten. Yeesh. I only had 112 pools for this. And that's what missing the other banner. And I didn't pull on this one at all. I don't even touch the blue banners. Alright, well, let's go into the base and do something I haven't done in a while, which won't get me very many pulls.
So this is the decor you're planning to draw crowds with?
If you want a group huddle,
Let me
how
just go ahead
about
and
a
do
trip to
my
Saudi with
gotcha
me?
chores real fast. Would it be this one? F it, I'll do this one. Let's see, and then I can't remember. I have so many operators, I don't know who to use anymore. Yeah. Okay, well, these all have the right skill.
Maybe I could talk to the other doctors on base.
Ooh. Well, no, the order will still keep going, so I just need to, switch what they're working on. I just want to make sure none of these are specifically for money stuff. Great. Maybe by the end of this, I'll have a couple more pulls. Anyway, now to shove some more operators here to farm trust. I'll put you
This
in
is much
here.
more spacious than my last dwelling.
Apparently, these people aren't max trust either. Oh dear. Oh dear, oh dear. Okay, you're max trust.
So, I can't attack the corridors. But, can I spray paint my own dorm walls?
Not this. I don't know why I clicked on that.
This is much more spacious than my last dwelling.
Okay. People are set to farm trust. And now, I suppose I'll just go on
Good
a
morning,
quick little
Professor.
ad break. See you all in a little bit. Maybe I'll let the little movie thing play again during the ads. Although anyone who's on ads won't be able to actually watch it, so yeah, you know. Oh, and I gotta change the time on this. I forgot this trailer actually takes like a solid like 3.5 minutes, maybe closer to 3 minutes, 40 seconds. So a tad long for a 3-minute ad break. Anyway, let's get back to reading random. I was gonna say reading random crap, but hopefully it's a little more thought out than random crap. Like, yes, we spent a little while on pools and just jibber jabbering about it, but like they talked about a whole lot of nothing in the last hour. Okay, I think it's at 2 days before the full moon. Reporting in. From the hour of Yu yesterday to the hour of Yin today, we have moved more than 8% of the residents from the area around the main street to the nomadic Plate C. Some residents remain due to official duties, property concerns, or other reasons. Urge them to sell their affairs at once and leave material goods behind. Time is almost up. Understood. Also, strengthen security inspections at checkpoints. Report any suspicious individuals or situations to your captain immediately. Yes, sir. So Baizao's already evacuating the population. I wonder the Sui regulator has any news from the tomb of Sui. That's a lot of sentries. Best not draw attention to myself. Time for a detour. Faking Kung Fu jumps over. That's... Zhou goes around the checkpoint, but as he turns a corner, he spots someone who should not be there. Zhou, are you... Apologies, but may I ask who you are, sir? The Sui regulator is aware of your deeds at Mangshan Town and the Garden of Grotesqueries. I was dispatched to meet you here. You've done well. You must be exhausted. Go rest. Thank you for your concern, but I have to deliver a token to the Sui regulator and share the details of the placation with the supervisor at once, so I dare not retire for now. Just the proof of the placation. Fret not. Just hand it here and I'll take care of it. As for the report, you may submit it at a later time. But... Zhou subconsciously rubs the token in his pocket with his knuckles. This is a special case, so I must submit the token in my report to the supervisor myself. Still doubting me when I have the approval penned personally by the supervisor for my actions right here? Zhou, I know you're very... How do you read that word? Conscientious? But the situation is very complicated. You need not be stubborn. I'm sorry, sir, but this is all too sudden. I don't know where this change is coming from. I do not doubt the supervisor's orders, but could we at least head over to the Sui regulator together so I can get a complete grasp of the situation? Sir, what is the meaning of this? Someone obstructing his official duties here. Stay your hand, for now. I've never seen the Sui regulator cooperate with a patrol battalion before. As I've said, things are complicated. This is how affairs are handled in wartime. Zhou, tarry any longer, and we may hinder our battle plans. I'm acting on orders. If you have any further questions, save them for the supervisor herself later. Acting on orders. Dare I ask whose orders these are? That is classified military information that may not be leaked, Lord Zhou. I'm sure you understand, seeing as you grew up in the barracks. 300 candle holders in the Sui regulator, and none know each other's past. So, how do you know my background? Just who are you? Seize him. Go. What? The black sphere suddenly rolls down the center of their stalemate, spewing out thick black smoke that spreads quickly through the air. An ambush! Assume defensive positions! What do you mean an ambush? You're the one attacking him! Just run already. What? Ah. Zhou leaps up onto the eaves, mid-exclamation. After him! Footsteps rumble behind the young man as several soldiers rush in his direction. Form line, there's still time. No need to rush. Excuse me. Think carefully. Did you leave it at your desk? Yeah, probably. What's the matter? Sir, Well, we finished an experiment outside the city, and only just the evacuation order. But we left something important in the school laboratory. We'll be back once we fetch it. I promise. Can we go? Time isn't on our side. What could be so important? It's really important data. We spent years just to collect it. If we iron out the issue, then maybe, just maybe... Show me your student card, and then go over there for a security inspection. Thank you, sir. Right, once you get the data, evacuate with the academy staff. Make sure you leave within 24 hours. Of course. Hold it there, girl. Me? Young lady, Baisao is undergoing a mass evacuation. There is no entrance to the city without special permission. May I ask what brings you here? Chien tries to blend in with those entering the city, but the keen-eyed guard spots her immediately and approaches. She makes sure Chi Xiao stays unseen behind her. I'm looking for my uncle. He's old, has trouble walking, and brought a lot of luggage on this trip, so my aunt asked me to escort him out. But when the Ministry of Revenue issued the evacuation order 2 days ago, they brought out every elderly resident. My uncle isn't a local. He's a tourist from Lungmen who came here for mid-autumn. He's kind of a loner and rarely talks to people. He spent the last 2 days waiting for me to pick him up at the inn. Your papers, please. Sure. Lungmenite, Qian Huichia, former senior superintendent of the LGD. And you're an infected. I retired from the force because of it, but that was so long ago. Thank you for your service. You may go. If you don't manage to find your uncle, seek the nearest guard for help. But make sure you leave the city within 24 hours. Thanks for the heads up. Right, could I just ask, have you seen a tall lung with red hair and horns pass through here since yesterday? No, but the description is somewhat familiar. Don't worry about it, just a passing thought. Duxie, I'll be going now. Huh. Crazy color scheme. Wait, miss, where are you headed? A muster signal? What's happening over there? What? Retreat! Everyone, run! Take cover! Attention all units! Ensure civilians inside the sentry post are safe. Over there. What's that black mass? In the dark of night, as thick clouds shroud the moonlight's glow, an army descends upon the streets. No commands, no war drums, no rattling of weapons against armor. Even their approach makes no sound. A disciplined, formidable, but still indistinct battalion closes in on the checkpoint with a deathly silence. Hey, did you hear about the ghosts in Baizhou? Before the city moved onto a nomadic plate? A ghost army. You believe in folktales too? Probably a mirage caused by strange weather lately. It's way too realistic to be a mirage. No, look at their armor. It's totally different from ours. That's no mirage. Army closes in, and the guard finally gets a clear look at the moving mass. Silent soldiers bear blurry yet terrifying faces with old blood-stained armor, like evil spirits from thousands of years ago. What do they mean? This armor looks pretty darn similar to theirs. This does not look like a 1,000-year-old armor. Well, actually no. There's a lot of like little white strings tying their stuff together. But the design looks pretty similar, I think. A soldier's spear point where the guard's neck... points... The heck? A soldier's spear point... There's been a lot of strange typos here. Let me attempt to read this as is written. A soldier's spear point nears the guard's neck before he could even react. A soldier's spear point nears the guard's neck before he could even react. Maybe that's not a typo, but that's weird. I feel like spear point here should have like a hyphen or something like that. Yeah, but oh. Why couldn't you say a soldier spear points at the guard's neck? Or a soldier spear nears the guard's neck? Why do you have to say a soldier spear point nears the guard's neck? And why do you not like have a hyphen there? Like, why is this just two separate words? I mean, another way that you could write it is a soldier's spear's point nears the guard's neck. But that's weird because there's like two words with apostrophe s's right after one after another. So that's probably why they don't have it there. But the fact that these are all nouns, all three of these are nouns, is It makes sense if you know how you're supposed to read it, but it's still awkward sentence. There were definitely some actual typos earlier though. This one's probably not a typo, it's just weirdly worded. Fall back! Right, I still don't know who this lady is, but she does remind me a little bit of Blaze. Also reminds me a little bit of Raven Brawin, I think her name was, from Ruby. A shadow. The Imperial Guard apprentice slashes forward, but merely changes the spear's trajectory, while the immense strength hidden in the soldier's attack startles her. You love some garden path sentences? No, I prefer my garden paths to not be too windy. The spear point sweeps above her head, but the weapon unnaturally whips backwards, heading for her vitals. I guess another reason why I find it strange is because I would have just said spearhead instead of spear point as two separate words. And spearhead would be like combined as one. There's nothing inside. The soldier is destroyed by her slash. Strangely, the other soldiers do not treat her as a foe and simply advance along the empty road, silently, with no discernible destination. Captain! Send word to the other barracks. These soldiers are anomalous enemies. Exercise extreme caution against them. They don't seem to be actively hostile, so don't initiate conflict. Evacuate anyone along the way and be on guard for developments. Captain, where do they come from? What even are they? Guys, dispatch some men to update the Swede regulator at once. They're merely marching forward for now, but we cannot allow them to endanger civilians or trespass into restricted areas. At once! I fear this unrest indicates whatever's happening inside the tomb of Sui must be quelled immediately. Could His Majesty's decree actually be... Are they already fighting? A crimson sword flash? My goodness, where does this army come from? They're heading our way, help! And so these are the vibrant colors I saw earlier. Judging from the horns and the tail, this is probably another one of the siblings, but her color scheme is completely different from theirs. Script, guys. Still the same old look. Whose ancient dwelling dream is this? Is it because it woke up? Or because you've returned home? Look out! Are you alright, madam? Thank you. How can I ever repay you? What? No, there's no need for that. I don't know where these creatures crawl out of, but they're dangerous. Just be careful. Chien notices the woman calmly ignoring the surrounding commotion. She even turns to look at Chien herself. Noticing the woman's scrutinizing gaze, Chien immediately sheaths Chi Shell. In vain. A descendant of the House of Yan. You must have misunderstood. What say you? What's the difference between enforcing one person's will upon the masses, enlightening the masses with inside of one mind? Where's this question coming from? You do not have an answer now. This isn't the best time to discuss it. What a shame. Perhaps we could continue our conversation another time. Perhaps. The woman does not wait for Chien to respond before melting back into the crowd. I really adore her color scheme. I don't know like how to describe it exactly. It reminds me of pastel colors, but with a vividness to it that I normally don't expect from pastel colors. Strange lady. Actually, are these monsters that pop out of nowhere related to the bestial Sui? They seem to be coming from the same direction. patrol battalion flashes across his view as Jolea hides behind a wall. What's going on inside the city? Whose orders are they following? Why are they so fixated on this token from the garden? That approved letter was indeed written in the supervisor's own hand. But why would she be working with them? More troops. No, that's... Countless paintings flash through his mind, until he stops on a scroll depicting the Great Hunt in the Swede Regulator's hidden collection. I recall a similar scroll in Father's study. Could they be Geist? As he stays deep in thought, the leading Geist suddenly rushes towards him. Look out! The black Geist disperses, leaving splotches of black ink on the nearby wall. This ink stain, a script Geist? But how? Don't tell me that vanished proxy. You know, like these guys, okay, so their helmets are a similar design, the ears poking out the seam. They don't have as much white string, but they still have white string on them. Their gear looks a little more modern, but it still has that like overlapping plates look. Lamellar, I think it's called. The samurai style gear. So those guys might have been 1,000 years ago, but their gear does look pretty similar. So I don't know what that guy was saying when he was like, their gear looks completely different from ours. It's not. Oh, hey there, Cyberstrike. Nico, why do I have to calm down? I'm plenty calm. Welcome, Raiders. Last seen playing Gothic 1. Oh, does that mean you beat Mortal Sheldon? Last I popped over, your stream says something about working on the final boss. Although when I actually popped in, you looked like you were picking a lock. Don't you love it? No matter how powerful you get, you still sometimes just have to pick locks. But yeah, hopefully everything's good. Welcome, Raiders. For anyone who doesn't know me, my name's Phantasma Knight, warrior poet, variety streamer, Shiva Salute Rat. Today I'm trying to do some story reading. It takes forever though. Arknights stories are like full-blown novels, and it's hard to devote so much time to gacha games these days. Lockpits are essentially a boss in that game. You beat him 20 minutes into streams, you switch to Gothic. Oh wow. Well, rest in peace, boss, or rest in pieces, or maybe don't rest at all. I don't know. If he was evil, I hope he doesn't get any good rest. My lord, are you... Pester me any longer and I shan't show you mercy. There's a misunderstanding, sir. I saw you getting attacked by the monster, so I ran here to help. You're not apprehending me. Huh? My lord must be joking. I only just received orders to assist the candle holders in cleansing the monsters. Have you seen any other candle holders? No? The city's in turmoil, but the Swede Regulator hasn't sent anyone. And the patrol battalion. Obviously, 2 different directives have been issued. I must get to the bottom of this once I meet with the supervisor. My apologies. This was my mistake. Please excuse me. It's dangerous here. Keep safe. His sword flashes in a spin as Jolea dispatches several nearby guys, and he instantly vanishes into an alley. So fast! God, why the rush? Who is this lady? I can't... I don't recognize her outfit at all. Every event now seems like it's just, it has an ultra version of an existing operator and then has like 1 or 2 new operators. Some which are barely relevant to the story, but I guess it's, we've come a long way since, Dark Knight Memoir, I think it was called, where all the operators that you can get from that banner were completely unrelated to that story. More and more script guys this way. Where exactly did they come from? Come out! Oh, hello. Excuse me. I like her color scheme too. Her hair though reminds me of a brush dipped in ink. I wonder if that's intentional. Alright, here I am. Don't get mad now. It's you. You, girl, you're coming with me. Me? You don't get along with that candle hoarder boy, and you just keep fighting in there. Whatever you're looking for, he can find it for you. And what's your intention, having followed me this whole way? Okay, there must have been a lot going on in that series of short stories. That's what I get for avoiding all those. Then again, I've been avoiding the major events still, so... Why that attitude? Shouldn't you be happy reuniting with an acquaintance? You. I believe the old Tenshi has her reasons for letting you go, but I can't trust you. It's Shen Haizong. Fine, fine, oh righteous and benevolent Lord Zhou, the sweet regulator. I know you look down upon us a lot, but you're being hunted down by your own people. Surely we can cooperate a little? I believe there's been a misunderstanding. I'll go to see the supervisor, and from there I will naturally... I don't think it's, like, incorrect, but I've seen little stuff like this. I'll go to see the supervisor, not I'll go see the supervisor. I don't think it's incorrect, but I don't know if that's just a difference in writing style. I never see this, though. I'll go to see the supervisor. It's odd. Streaking. Don't do that. I forgot it was in high school or middle school. I was talking with someone on something long before our Discord. They said something about how there were streakers at school, and it was a girl, I believe. She said that she wished she had seen them, and I'm like, what's a streaker? Might have been middle school. Maybe it was high school. It was probably high school. Hold on, how do you know the Suri regulator is after me? You numbskull! They'd be walking you back right now if I hadn't stepped in when they were surrounding you back there. Wait, that was you. Duh, who else would dare get in the sweet regulator's way? It saved your life, so you could be a little nicer, maybe? I say you're, now we're even. He's gonna say something like that, huh? And there are guys in the vicinity, miss. So you should be careful. Damn it, these blasted things are crawling everywhere. The situation's even worse than I thought. Enough nonsense. Where's the thing you got from the garden? What? You wanted to? I'm not telling you. Hey! Hey! She turned around, pointing towards the growing mass of script guys, accumulating from all directions. Ignore me and you better have a way to deal with all that. Huh? You know how to use that token? I do not. Then just zip it and hand it over. After a momentary reluctance, Zolea finally takes off the doll he took so much care to keep on himself. It's adorable, isn't it? Just a little, like... Looks like it's like some kind of orange jade. It's like a little chibi, like, dragonoid figure. This color really is her. Where did you get it? Right, Hanada-san? Cute doll. In a study, or was it in a memorial hall? I can't recall. I don't know why, but our memories of the garden are a mess. I have a question, though. Is this object, as you say, able to stop Yan and the Bistro Sui from going to war? I'll tell you later. For now, we're going to use it to take care of these ugly things. Mo Yi unceremoniously snatches the token from them. Hey! All to break the stalemate. The only way out. The girl leaps forward, putting distance between her and Jolea. A forbidden arts room that day. Wait, you can't do that inside the city? With ink flowing as years roll on, annuals are wrought. Through spring and autumn's turns, the tale of countless lives is told. In the name of the Shanghai Zhang, I beseech thee, 5th of the 12th, bearing the name Jia, manifest. There was another girl during the Chengyu event, I think. Don't remember for sure. No, it was part during that event because she went up against Lin. She had like a giant like boomerang blade, or maybe it was more like a chakram. She was part of this group too, right? I can't remember. Or maybe the Shanghai Zhong were like the terrorist group of that event. She holds the doll with a stern expression and recites her chant, but it seems as if nothing's happening. Huh, so that's not how you use it. My guess was off? What? Oh well, works for me. Let me borrow this for a bit. I'll get back once I'm done studying it. Wait, you're not going anywhere. 2 days before the day of the full moon. Hour of Chien. Their hours are named funny here. The geese vanished with the sunrise. They're all coming from here, so this must be the source. Sky Mirror Pavilion. This is the place? Who is it? Oh, I think we saw her at the beginning when Jian had just woken up after the two figures in her dreams were arguing. So maybe that was that scene took place after this point. Stop right there. Okay, I guess that's the end of the section. Now, for me to actually do the tutorial for this part. Oh hey, we have 6 of the Sweet siblings altogether. That's great. Okay, so I don't have Shu, and I don't remember if I have Dust. If I do have Dust, I don't have her leveled. So, how many siblings do we have now? Is it 6? Or is it 7? Well, 7 with Wang.
This battlefield would do well with a splash of ink.
Let's see, haven't been back to the Sky Mirror Pavilion since she left us. Who's she? Glyphs on the ground, mechanism built by those old bones, help with the design. Brute Force won't do a thing. Huh. They greatly reduce natural deployment point regeneration rate. You were curious about that point regarding the I'll go to see the supervisor and looked up. It seems I'll go to see the supervisor is more of a formal, deliberate way to say it. I'll go see the supervisor is characteristically American. I'll go and see the supervisor is characteristically British. Interesting. What about I'll see the supervisor? No, that sounds strange too. I'll go and see the supervisor. Just going off gut feeling, I'll go and see the supervisor feels more natural to me than I'll go to see the supervisor. What about I'll hit up the supervisor? How about I'll hit on the supervisor? Glyphs within these glyph tiles were periodically printed by the stamps here. What? The stone pillars. Stamps will periodically fall on these glyph tiles, dealing true damage to units on these tiles. Printed effects will trigger according to the glyphs. Wealth glyphs will produce matters of money that provide deployment points upon entering the objective point. Soldier glyphs will produce enemy units that call wield arms. Glyphs with a gold... Okay, this is a... I couldn't fully understand and all that, but glyphs with a gold border are helpful, those with a red border are harmful. Makes sense, okay.
Copy the infinite with the tangible. Bring the intangible to life.
So they said that the glyphs impair deployment point generation, not skill point generation. Like, how do you impair deployment point generation? Like, am I not supposed to put anyone there, or is their mere presence slowing down my ability to generate DP? You think dropping the go and just saying I'll see implies something different? Like it's not deliberate anymore. I feel like if you're gonna say I'll see the supervisor, I think that's pretty deliberate. Although I suppose it's, I guess there's some implication that you'll see the supervisor because they're going to be like in your, along your path or in your way or something. How about I'll meet the supervisor? I'll meet with the supervisor. Man, yeah, it's weird once I think about it. I'll see the supervisor, I'll go see the supervisor, I'll see to the supervisor. All very different. Why don't those two glyphs do anything? Why don't they do anything? That uproot mountain just held back a stamp. All connected glyph tiles need an ally or enemy uproot mountain to stand on. So when we just stand on the harm off glyphs to prevent them from activating. Okay. Neat. So I can't even stand them on those tiles. Awkward.
Has it come to when will the hate sunk beneath the battlefield disperse?
Quickly! Slow simmer on low heat. Patience is not optional.
Oh, this is a bad one? I didn't realize. Like, not that I can put anyone on it anyway. Oh crap.
If you're really in branch and bone,
Mistakes
there
were made.
weeds. Mount
The split halberd sinks in the sand. Great aspirations unrecompensed.
Okay, so these are bad glyphs.
I am rather attached to you.
I guess there's a faint
Most
red
of the
glow
time.
around it. I couldn't really tell. I thought I was looking at the color of the text, which looks like it's gold that fades to black. Food will produce matters of cooking that give operators SP. Mountain can turn them to deployable high ground. Or mountains can turn to deployable high ground. Ben will teleport the closest ally operator here. This event's mechanics are confusing. It's definitely confusing. You can't read moon runes, kanji. Yeah, it seems like there's a bunch. Like, it seems like it's basically one mechanic. There are glyph tiles and there's stamps to drop on them. However, there's like 4 different functions to them. Or is it 5? 5 functions. Summon enemies. Summon things that give you deployment points. Summon things that give you SP. Summon high ground. Teleports your units over. So, I mean, I guess that calling it one mechanic is a little misleading because it's a little bit like saying, yeah, this is a game about cards. There are only cards here. And then it's like, okay, well, this is a spell card, this is a trap card, this is a monster card, this goes in the fusion deck. Oh, apparently there's more functions. Let's see, 3, 4, 5, 6 functions total. Immediately trigger a falling stamp. And has a cooldown. I feel like this one could be problematic because teleporting your units over? Yeesh.
These small fry ain't even close to quelling my hunger.
Alright, though we will continue to try and read the story, right now I think maybe I should just jump in and do the stage first. Apparently it's not even normal Chinese word, so being able to read Chinese doesn't even help. Oh my goodness. Mountain though, wasn't mountain the right symbol? Like the 3, oh, I can't even like check what it looks like. But the mountain being 3 symbols right there, I don't actually know what the kanji for mountain is, but I thought it was something similar to that, like 3 similar looking marks. I don't remember if it was like 3 triangles or what. Oh, so that one word is the same. Okay, so the rest of them are different. Old calligraphy script dating back to the Qin Dynasty. The Fuki Qin Dynasty, huh? That's that is as old as you and Go while still being unified Chinese writing. And, you know, I honestly thought the language has been the same since then, but I guess not. I guess it's a little bit like, if you've only learned how to, like, write an A, and then you see, like, the printed version of an A. Anyway, I'm just going to, I mean, okay, I can survive taking a little bit more time. See, I don't know if I could... I've got so many characters that need to farm cross here. How few operas can I do the stage with?
I've prepared 43 common prescriptions. Whenever it ails you, I'll have the medicine for it.
Here you are. The same game of Weiqi. How do you pronounce that? I'm gonna look that up real fast. Oh, okay, apparently it is Weiqi. I'm probably getting the accent wrong, but... Okay, good enough for me. Same game of Weiqi, one that you have lost countless times over the centuries. You're trying to fight the whole with its parts. All well-laid plans, no more than child's play in my eyes. Drowning yourself in children's toys, a bad old habit of yours. This challenge is simply a repetition of the thousands of defeats of the past. Ha. You try and master your fear with arrogance. Why bother? Anger, fear, hope. I see clearly in you the things you try to see in me. Join the game if you're not afraid. This time, you will lose. I'm defeated. So this is about... How many centuries is that? 600 years back, I think. No, not quite. Like... Oh, almost 600. I think that was like 590 years back, roughly. No, 510. Roughly 510 years back. I don't know the exact number. I did not expect this variation of the offset play. You had a chance if you did not continue to cede ground in the center around the 100th move, hoping for a draw. I did not have a clear view of the developments to come, so I picked the safe move. I see I was mistaken. Thought my Weiqi skills had improved, but it looks like I'm still far beneath you. In this last battle, we were only able to avoid heavy casualties thanks to your strategy of conserving our strength and luring the enemy deep in. This return to the capital is an opportunity for you to rest, but I expect it will be a long time until our next meeting. You don't seem concerned with victory or defeat. Why obsess over such things in a meeting between brothers? Not just Weiqi. Seems that nothing ever concerns you. You're always content to act the part of the kind benefactor. I don't know why you'd say that. The new Right Assistant Minister of the Ministry of War, together with officials from the Ministry of Rights, accused you in a petition to the throne 2 months ago. Commanding troops to act without authorization. Serious crime. how do you know the Imperial Court's business when you've been with me on the front lines for the past 6 months? I have my ways. You should worry about yourself. If you meant our late return to camp, it was because we had to stop and wait for a catastrophe to pass. General Yang knew. The Ministry of War hardly has a case. Oh, so you don't need to worry about... Oh, you don't need to worry about that. The assistant minister was found to have accepted bribes and embezzled supplies. He's in prison now, awaiting trials. He won't spread rumors any longer for now. As for whether he makes it out of prison alive, only heaven knows. You promised to stop meddling in the affairs of the court. I would hardly call it meddling, simply helping Yan rid itself of a corrupt official. You know your own intentions. You see the entire court as a game of Weiqi, with human lives for stones? Has your lust for honesty and righteousness blind you to the evil and malice lurking in the hearts of people? No sooner had that man taken office than he started to target you. Do you really think there's no one behind the curtain? Do you really believe we have only one enemy? Go easy on this one. We set ourselves up for more trouble to come. Strange things have been happening since the birth of our youngest brother. Fang's patient committed suicide after getting better. Someone has been providing satirical works of falsehood in Dust's name, imitating her touch. Okay, I'm really wondering about Dust's name, because the rest of them look like Chinese names or perhaps words, but Dust alone is in English. So I'm kind of wondering if Dust's name was translated to English, and if maybe they should have kept the original Chinese name. Who knows, maybe when they first translated her name, they didn't realize, they didn't quite realize that all the siblings would be showing up. Thieves have stolen treasures from Yi's garden. Long and thorough investigation by the Judicial Review Office turned up nothing more than a gang of fools. And then, your matter. We all know, and it's not dead. The people here have never forgotten its terror. That is why they watch our every move, every meeting. You still think your little achievements will force them to see us as anything more than alien entities, enemies to be feared? Are Fang and Dust alright? Fang was depressed for a while. Dust has always been how she is, but I don't suppose either would worry too much about it. I don't know if I'm reading that name right, but I'm assuming that they added that symbol above the A so we don't mix her up with Operator Fang. But what about the future? You think someone's pulling the strings behind the scenes? The Shanghai Zong or someone else with ulterior motives? That's what I truly fear. There are single masterminds behind all this. I cannot determine who it might be, nor do I have any inkling of their intentions. I'll confirm all you say with the Sweet Regulator. I know you have good intentions. But don't overstep the boundaries like this again. Since when have we been word for one another? I simply didn't want to fall into a trap without knowing who dug it. It's time to go. The journey is far. Be careful on your way. Bring the others my greetings. I may not see them. The proxy bids his sibling farewell and proceeds in the direction of the capital. The journey is far, and he is in a hurry. He does not have time to stop for small noises along the way. One wrong move, and all is lost. Let's begin with the name Yu, shall we? Sure, let me think. Yu Yin Rao Liang. The sound lingers upon the beams. Liang, Liang. What idiom begins with Liang? Don't tell me you're giving up already. Of course not. Just busy with the beast meat. Give me some time. Sure. I have many books to copy. Take your time. Liang. I feel like I should ask Li, but he's not here. Hin Liang, crossbeam. Fang Liang, roof beam. Dong Liang, pillar. I know. Dong Liang Zi Sai, pillar of society. Wait, how's it start with Liang? Say, she has so many bamboo slips with words on them saying next to her. Maybe if I took a peek? What is it? Nothing. Why are you copying the words from the slips onto these squares? It's called paper, a new invention. It's lighter and easier to write on than bamboo. Also doesn't deteriorate easily, which makes it easy to preserve. Are you kidding me? Paper deteriorates pretty fast. Maybe relative to other stuff we've written on the past, like in the past, I guess. Sure, it won't be as lasting as carving words onto a stone tablet, but it's a little hard to write 100 pages onto tablets than like stone tablets. These days, tablet means something very different. But yeah, 100 stone tablets, a little different from just scribbling on 100 pages. Even you might make mistakes and might have to erase them or white it out or get a new page. You can preserve something forever or you write on paper? Yes and no. Bamboo slips may last for decades, paper for centuries. Oh, really? Okay, I guess I didn't realize... Yeah, okay, I guess I didn't realize how enduring paper was if you, like, take care of it well. Figured they'd just, like, start shredding over time, and I figured they'd only last for some decades before you have to copy them over again. And bamboo, I guess, considering how fast it grows, makes sense it would break down pretty fast, too. Be it bamboo or paper, however, there ultimately comes a day when it perishes. No matter what we use to record something, it will only endure forever if people are truly committed to memory. Just like how people remember your cooking when they taste it. He listens, but it's unclear if he understands. He scratches his head beside the stock beast that he has just butchered. But he cannot come up with an idiom that starts with Liang. Suddenly, a small piece of bamboo falls in front of him, and he sees the words written on it. Liang Sheng Junzi, man on the roof beam. I have no idea what these idioms mean. Not bad. Z, eh? Let me think. Z, Zu. Wait, are they playing Shiratori but with idioms? Let's stop here. The word chain game is so hard. Why don't you play it with Ling and Dust next time they're here, and I'll watch from the sidelines. This definitely seems more like Ling's kind of thing. I say that, but I suppose I'm something of a poet myself, even if I'm not in Ling's class. I would not be able to play word games to save my life. Are you hungry? Do you want me to cook the meat? Sure. Can I have them bamboo slips so you don't need them anymore? For the fire? I suppose. In the cinematic, I remember seeing hands with yellow lines on them. I forgot to pay attention to see if Wang or his mirror self had those lines, but this woman has them. Young Proxy takes the bamboo slips from his sister and skillfully cuts them down the middle. Wait, so she's another one of the siblings? Is she perhaps the one that died? Did they die? I don't know. Like, I'm just like throwing things out here, but I can't remember. Now that I think about it, I think I might have seen her name before. I wonder if Jia here is like Jia. If her name like just literally means older sister. The long, sharp sticks. What are you making? Meat skewers. This stock beast tenderloin is just the right mix of lean and fat, and the fat on its belly is nice and firm. It tastes great roasted. The fuel has to be charcoal. These bamboo slips don't burn for long. I already have the charcoal. We can start roasting when I'm done cutting the slips and skewering the meat. Huh, this grilling meat on bamboo slips makes this a scholar's meal. If these bamboo slips are used, then wouldn't they have ink on them? Would the ink be edible? Are you supposed to like wash it off first? Let's call it Scholar's Barbecue. Oh, I trust your cooking. I'm excited to try it. Well, I'm done with the slips. You can take them. You're both here. Oh, back already? Huh? What? I got your letter. I thought you wouldn't be here for a few more days at least. Smooth trip? Yes. You too. There's the idiom burning a guchin to cook a foul beast, which means sacrilegious or wasteful behavior. What are you doing with these bamboo slips? I'm not. Jay gave them to me. Hides behind his sister, peeking his head out from her side. Just giving some broken bamboo slips to you to make the most of them. Why so harsh? You should be more grateful to you for making dinner. It's not like I actually said anything. Don't fight, don't fight. I'll go make dinner. It's not every day my second oldest brother comes back. We finally get to eat together. You just sit down and chat. He's always been a little afraid of you. Can't you be more gentle? Are things not going well? No. I see. But we don't get together very often, and you misses you. Anything you want to say can wait until after dinner. So, unsettling things have been happening without my knowledge. You don't look worried at all. I'm worried, and I'm just surprised that you show so much concern for your siblings, brother. Siblings in the sense that we were born from the same fragmented consciousness, not true blood relations. What's the difference, honestly? If anything, I'd say you guys are closer siblings than most. We each have our own interests and ambitions. Our fates are none of each other's concern. We walk different paths. You truly think so? My views are different. See, it's been centuries since we came to the mortal world. Even we are not truly part of it. Most of the scenes and people that we see are lovely. But the people we meet seem to become smoke in the wind in the blink of an eye. In the end, it is only us there who remain. It is only in each other that we truly speak our hearts. We may have differences and we may have conflicts, but we could never cut each other off completely. Isn't that very much like human siblings? I have no intention of arguing if this is how you think. I don't know why you always seem so aloof. We don't see each other very often. Are you not happy at all? I wondered you regretted if one of us suddenly disappeared forever. Speaking of which, I encountered something strange recently. One night, I was about to go to bed when I heard a sound from the study. From the garden, I saw through the window the silhouette of someone bending over the desk, writing something. I hurried into the study to find no one. Only the Jiju Zhang that I had been transcribing the past few days lying on the desk, with scribblings all over it. Jia takes a scroll from the desk. One word is written over written over every neatly written character on the page. Sui. Who do you think could have done it? There's only one possibility. It is awakening, and it is attempting to interfere with us in some way. Though its consciousness had completely faded after Yu's birth. But it is alive, still sleeping, but the stuff of our nightmares. If it does wake, it will become its fleeting dream. What do you have in mind? I don't know yet, but I'll think of a way. I have an idea, if you care to listen. I only recently thought about it. When I compiled the histories with the people of Yan, there were inevitably some mistakes, no matter how careful we were. Unlike ordinary writing, it takes a great effort to correct mistakes written in the histories. Jia picks up a writing knife from the desk, used to scrape bamboo slips. Oh, okay, that's interesting. Maybe they didn't use ink with these slips. I thought it would be like those little wooden plaques. But maybe they just carve words into them. Then picks up a scroll and gently scrapes the paper. The ink that has seeped into the paper, even smearing the next page slightly, disappears without a trace when the writing knife touches it. The paper is blank, as though nothing had ever been written on it. This knife. I think my influence changed it. I have a faint feeling that the words it scrapes away, a history or at least a name, don't just disappear from the paper. They disappear from people's hearts and minds. Perhaps there will come a day when we use it to scrape the word Sui from all the texts of the world. You can do that? Not yet. Right now it's only a writing knife, albeit an unusual one. I can feel it. The more words written, the heavier my knife and pen become. Perhaps we're all the same. We discovered the answer to who we are in that primordial void. Then we understood the meaning of our existence in the mortal realm. This is what proves we are different from it. Perhaps there will come a day when our strength exceeds its. Then we can truly break free of its influence and live as ourselves. As long as we don't forget who we are, of course. What are you thinking on, brother? Don't worry about it. Sometimes I feel you and I are the least compatible amongst our siblings. Plots and plans are things to be kept inside one's heart, but words and language are for expressing what lies in one's heart. But sometimes I feel like you hide nothing from me, that I can see all that you think. Aye. Interesting, isn't it? We both found what we want to devote ourselves to, only to have to reshape our personalities in turn. Shu always says I'm obsessed with the past, and I remember the deathly wipe that she talks about, which lies at the end of the future. She was right. One cannot pretend to be carefree when there are things that one cannot let go of. I know you're worried about the unknowable future. Victory and defeat are what you're most obsessed about. But it would be such a miserable existence if there was nothing but victory and defeat. Besides that, what is it you care about the most? I do not obsess over victory and defeat. I simply do not like to accept that a game could not be won. By the way, are you reporting to the Sweet Regulator tomorrow? Could you take these copied books with you? They need to review them when they can be before they can be archived in the Skymere Pavilion. Very well. And take another look at the recopied Jingju Zhang for me. Bring the writing knife too, so you can correct any mistakes. Anything you've written hardly needs me to check it. Consider it an activity to pass the time. You spend so much time devising military strategies, thinking of victory and defeat. A distraction would do you good. And perhaps you might find what you're looking for in the text. Oh, right, we have the stage to do. Okay, so lots of characters that I would not be able to recognize.
Sickness requires swift treatment.
Can resist the stamp on its own tile and connected glyph tiles. Connected glyph tiles, which I don't think there are any. Just the ones it's standing on.
Good scenery here, Doctor.
Forgot what this gauge does already. Oh, that's when the stamps drop. Oh, should have blocked that up right away.
I have to get serious now.
This execution is not worth witnessing.
We're in the storeroom, so everyone tread a little lightly, okay?
Dang, this is unfortunate.
This will keep you quiet.
Whew, almost got her around, guys.
Moving to designated location.
Listen.
Wait, did she get crushed by the stamp? Okay, that is curious.
Magma will dredge up Originian veins. Keep your distance. Whew, almost got her around,
Okay,
guys.
that's... Alright, he's a trap master. Despite being a specialist, he can only go on high ground. What about her?
I've almost finished this piece. Just a sec.
Okay, they're still called Sky Rangers. I thought they renamed the path.
Who takes joy in the fall?
Okay, so it does crush them.
Gather around me, guys!
I don't think I have anyone that could actually survive that spot.
You saw nothing.
Oh, flowing
Okay, I just want to see it drop
Slow your
slowly.
steps.
Wait, so how does it determine which tiles it drops onto? Because I don't think I saw any drop on these two, but it drops over here. Oh, it's these marks. X marks the spot, I guess. Oh goodness. Why are you subscribing so much, Cheesecake? What are you doing? Save your money. Buy some more Husbando merch. I forgot if I mentioned it, but me and a few of my friends actually did go to Kura and get some sushi. Although, I think like the good merch wasn't there. All we had were like magnets left and these like little gachapon balls. Shoot, I wasn't paying attention, but I think there was something that dropped in on here. You need to put up your posters. Alright. From the anime convention, right? Okay, so I was right. Only on the tiles with the red X's on them. I'll say red X's, but like there's a cross and X on it. Kind of reminds me of like in Chinese chess, I don't know what to call it exactly, but the King's Court. Still sitting there. Yeah, honestly, like I still have some stuff from the last anime I went to. Not this latest one, but like the one before that, which was years and years ago. Just sitting in my closet and I don't know what to do with them. One of them is a stylized image of Tharja from Fire Emblem Awakening. You know, real risque outfit. Better to sacrifice a few stones than to lose the initiative. Actually, you know what? I'm gonna take a quick break. It's just about that time, so I'll skip this and I'll just come back to it.
Flawless victory! I was pretty good, wasn't I, Doctor?
But yeah, stepping away for just a few minutes. See y'all soon. Won't put on the cinematic this time because it's too long. Oh, that's interesting. Stage 2 ends over here and stage 3 continues that way. Alrighty, I am back. And my room is darkness. My room is engulfed in darkness with only the light of my screen to light my way. Let me turn on the lights. I feel like that might help. You know, the stupid thing is, like, even at, like, 8:40 at night, I mean, it's summer, to be fair. But even if, like, I turn off the lights in the living room, there's some light, like, leaking into my room. Turn off the living room, close the blinds, I would still have better visibility in my room than than your average horror game. Like, horror games, I don't know why they insist on not letting you see anything. Yes, it's scary not being able to see. But you know what? It's also kind of unfun. Yeah, exactly. It's ridiculous. Like, so recently I was playing Species Unknown, which to be fair is still in early access. You get onto this honking spaceship. You have a flashlight that recharges when it's off. I get that they want the flashlight to be part of the mechanic. I get that one of the challenges is that the ship's power isn't working properly, so the lights aren't on. But when you're like doing the FTL jump, which some people call, you know, the hyper jump, you know, jumping to hyperspace, faster than light jump, whatever. When your shuttle does its thing, there is a blinding flash of light. You get flashbanged by the game, and then you go into the ship and you're just like blind. Why? Okay, I was just gonna leave it there, but I was just remembering like Resident Evil 2, like not Resident Evil 2, but Resident Evil as well. There are some places where they do that, where they make it like really dark, and I don't feel like there's a need to make it quite that dark. If you play the original Resident Evil games, everything is super bright because, well, they didn't have as fancy lighting tech. Still, it's not great how hard it is to see anything. Anyway, back to the story. I fear we won't be able to get very far today, but I will do my best. Exactly, right? It's like, I get that you want to be dark, but I would rather not have to put on night vision goggles to see my hand in front of my face. The glare from your window makes everything worse, right? My computer used to be more in, like, centered against this wall. Now it's, like, in the corner. So if I did have my blinds... Okay, so I got new blinds at some point. But before that, they were pretty crap. Like, it was, like, non-functional. The blinds were not functional at all. So there would be sunlight just streaming in it if I were to play games, like, a certain time. It was kind of bad. Like, it would be just, like, shining right into my eyes. And if I were to play a horror game during the daytime, it's like, well, I guess I just give up on seeing. I guess I need to feel my way around, despite the fact that this sense of feel isn't implemented in modern horror games. It would be a little terrifying if it was, but, you know. At least I'd be able to sense things around me in some way, shape, or form. Better to sacrifice a few stones than to lose the initiative. One wrong move and all's lost. And all's lost. Lost. So you found me. You've been following me for quite a while. Show yourself. Wong looks back. The mixture of weeping and lament moves away gradually, but it does not stop for even an instant. Let me see what you got. Wong follows the eerie voice to a decrepit Weiqi stall. A man, presumably the owner of the stall, sits on the ground weeping. There's no one around. One wrong move, and all is lost. And all is lost. Before Wong has a chance to take in the situation on the Weiqi board, the man falls upon it and begins to wail, sending stones flying. Ridiculous. As Wong turns around to leave, the man's crying begins to abate. Don't go, sir. Please, I'll set up the board again. This game cost me my life savings, my home, my farm, even my family scattered, and some of them died because of it. I'm very sick and don't have long to live. Hey game, Game of Weichi that cost me my home, my family, my life. Couldn't let it go. Take a look from me. You can find a solution. Perhaps fate can still be changed. The man goes from sobbing to howling. As Wang remains motionless, the man picks up the stones from the ground and quickly sets up the board. Set up, probe, entrap, sacrifice, fight, exchange. The man's hands move at a breathtaking pace. The game now begins to grow as though it is alive, the war raging from the corners to the center, then from the other side, which still lies empty, so fast the eyes can hardly keep up. Before Wang could react, the man has put a black stone in his hand. Your turn, sir. How? Yes, how indeed. Black and white should have taken turns placing stones, but no black stone could be seen on the board once you hold one. How should the game proceed? This is ridiculous. I'll take my leave. You ought to understand, sir. This board is like an abyss. Every white stone is the size of a mountain, while the black ones that I presumptuously place upon it, no more than the game pieces. We are so far from the board that even the mountains are no greater than the size of a thumb. How could we possibly see a tiny Weichi stone? I held on as long as I could, but at this point I was dazed and exhausted. One wrong move. The man begins to weep bitterly again. And all is lost. Look, I gave each stone a name, but I couldn't save any of them. There's no way out for any of them. This one is Shuo, this one is Wang, this one is Ling, this one is Jun. Wang draws his blade and stabs like one of the white stones, only for it to make a sharp cracking sound as it bends, as though he were stabbing a boulder. Pointless, like striking a rock with an egg. Why did I play this game? Shouldn't have. Why? The sword turns and pierces the man's throat. He slumps to the ground, but no blood flows from the wound. The weeping grows even louder, though it is no longer intelligible. The man's eyes glow with a strange expression. Is it fear or joy? He stares straight at Wang's face. Wang instinctively reaches for the writing knife on his belt, but stops midway. Finally, he ponders for a moment, puts the black stone in his hand on the board. All is lost? Nonsense. Set it here and the game remains a toss-up. No sooner have the words left Wang's mouth than the bar on the ground turns into smoke, and the visible black stones on the board reveal themselves. Mr. Wang! You. I watched you stand in front of the door to the suite regulator before turning around again. Came to find you as I thought you might have met with a strange happening too. Strange happening. You already know. Yes. I suppose I shouldn't be surprised. It was a madman here crying about some omen of misfortune. He didn't make any sense. Where is he? Vanish. His Weichi game remains. Understood. I'll have someone copy it down. One more thing. The supervisor says Jia should be about done with the book copying and that you probably brought the copies. Have you? Here. One moment please where I count them. 3 poetry and knowledge anthologies for a total of 32 scrolls. 5 volumes on... What is that? Is that supposed to be philosophy? Let me look up that word to see if it even is a word. Philology? The study of language in historical and literary texts. Apparently it is a word. Nothing like a foreign made game to teach me English, eh? I see a triple redeem, so I suppose I should sip water. I should have gotten more water. Five volumes on philology for a total of 60 scrolls. 1 volume on divination for a total of 5 scrolls. This is the Jijuzang. Looks like I got mixed in with the divination books. Jia is such a genius. She wrote this in a single night, all 1,400 words of it, without a single character repeated. Her calligraphy is still so beautiful, and there truly is no equal. The candle holder heaps praise upon the scroll. Wang follows his gaze and sees an empty piece of paper. I remember this. 500 years ago in the capital. The first time she proposed an actionable hypothesis for destroying Sui. She gave me the writing knife, but I don't remember what the article was about, what she wanted to tell me. By repeat, do you mean making me repeat the events of the past in a dream? Only to make you see for yourself how many fantasies appear in your dreams over the past 1,000 years. Dreams about destroying me, dreams that were doomed to fail. Okay, so this is Sui talking here. Even at times 2 speed, this is moving too slow. I should turn these memories into a cage and drown you in the shame of countless failures. See now? All the memories that you have forgotten. You forgot? Sorry. It's nothing. I'm just thinking too much. The Sui regulator didn't say anything. I would like to have my writing knife back. I don't know why you always seem so aloof. We don't see each other very often. Are you not happy at all? I wonder if you regret it, if one of us suddenly disappeared forever. I'd rather not be called the 5th Sui my entire life, as if its mark was still on me. The ones who create characters help me think of one to use as name. Could you read this for me, brother? I shall write and recite it for you. The characters come together to form Mr. Wang? Is something the matter? I remembered something. My sister said she did the Jiju Zhang in a hurry and asked me to check it for errors. I forgot. Give me some time. Not a problem. I'll leave this one for now then. It's getting late. You can bring it back tomorrow. I can't tell if they're using the same character model for different characters. Like, if that's just a generic candle holder model, or if that is the same shady guy that Jolea encountered. Cage of memories? Ridiculous. You won't get your wish. The sky is completely darkened by the time the proxy arrives like the Ing. I am not going to attempt to read that. The Jiju Zhang is distinctive, unlike other books. It lists the names of many things and persons. I should have remembered. The breeze turns the pages. Wang seems to see a piece of paper in a different color on the back cover. She was then trying to tell me something. Wang picks up the thin booklet from the table and opens it. Okay, so first we're supposed to see him. Are these just names? They are classified into different sections by kind so that nothing is confused or mixed together. With but little time expended, it suffices for daily use, truly to one's satisfaction. If one studies it with diligence, one is sure to taste the delight of success. These should have been the words written on the first page. These were the words when Wang scanned the page for the first time. But now, the paper is covered in strange ink markings. Okay, that is creepy. I don't know why, but I just felt a shiver just there. Like, I genuinely felt a shiver. You know, I suspect that if something from horror fiction showed up in real life, I expect that I would feel the same kind of shiver. Like, not even a more intense shiver, the same kind of shiver. I don't know why that creeped me out so bad right now. Wang instinctively raises the writing knife and aims at the first fierce-looking Sui on the page. One wrong move. Who's there? And all is lost. The wind howls outside the window, but there is no one there. Still trying to be our nightmare? Same old tricks from centuries ago. Have you not grown tired of it yet? And I could disadvantage seek a draw. There is no such thing as a draw between us. When in danger, make sacrifices. In your dreams. The riding knife strikes the first Sui. Wang has used his sister's riding knife before. A slight cut, and the incorrect word is completely erased, leaving the page intact. But he feels a great resistance, as though he's trying to scrape a boulder, a mountain even. He tightens his not too strong arms and pushes down. A crack of thunder outside the window. The first Sui finally disappears. The paper is blank for a moment. Then the word that Jia wrote is revealed. The lines... oh, didn't mean to click. Intentionally plain, yet vigorous to make for easier recognition by learners. The lone G stands eerie among a page for Sui. G. Is that it? Is smearing and dabbling the worst you can do? Do not give in to haste. Wang takes aim at the second Sui and scrapes it. The resistance seems even stronger than the first time. Ju. The night wind invades the room, trying to turn the pages, but Wang keeps the paper firmly in his palm. Chi. Gu. The room starts to shake violently as the fourth word reveals itself. Yu. The thunder outside rumbles endlessly, accompanied by constant lightning. Zong. A bolt of lightning strikes the ink, setting it ablaze. Yi. The room burns fiercely, but Wang remains at the desk, utterly focused on cutting the page. Each Sui requires greater exertion than the last. Each time a Sui is erased, a different hellish vision appears around him. The sky thunders, the earth trembles, winds shriek and thunder roars, and fires burn red and bright. The beams, the bed, the desk, the shelves, until there's nothing in the room left to burn. Even the ground has been burned through. Wang can feel himself drop straight down like a stone, but his hands do not stop. Scorching heat. Freezing cold. Suffocation. Isolation. 100, 300, 500, 1000. 1393. 1394. The last Sui is erased, and he finds himself in the dark room again. Nothing in the room has changed, except for Wang sitting in the middle of the room, his face gaunt and yellow, his clothes tattered, as though he physically journeyed through all these hellish visions. What other Weiqi wisdom you have? Spit it out, won't you? Silence. Wang turns the page. There's indeed a paper between the last page and the back cover. It's not words that are written on it, but a 19 by 19 Weiqi board drawn with writing ink. Not a classic match, but a handicapped game of clearly mismatched sides. Wait, this is... It's one thing to make me play Weiqi with you because you're bored, dear brother. It's another thing to use the stones to form the character for board. As if that was help me against you. Why don't you find something else to pass the time? If it's not really a Weiqi game that you're after, go hiking, learn an instrument. I could teach you calligraphy if it comes down to that. Oh, what thoughts did you read this time? There are words on the other side. Through the paper, Wang can see that the writing is different from the simple, straightforward lines she used when copying for learners. It's a unique style of calligraphy that she uses when writing to her siblings. He flips the paper over, trying to see what the message he never managed to see was. But every word is covered by the Sui character, even thicker and fiercer than the ones that he has just erased. Same old tricks? Fine. Let's see what tricks you got other than illusions and parlor tricks. Once again, Wang stabs the Sui covering the page with the writing knife. wiping away a little smear on the top right of the word. No unusual phenomenon occurs, except the red blood that begins to flow from his right shoulder. To kill you is to kill me, is that so? Suits me just fine. One stab and the wound on his shoulder opens up. Another stab and the wound deepens to reach the bone. Another stab, another. Missing words? Let's see, what's the word? I can't remember. In October, I'll be 9. 9. Supervisor, urgent report from the Skymere Pavilion. All records pertaining to the Fairmont are... Perhaps the blood has gotten into his eyes, for it seems like the sweet character covering the page has begun to move, as though it is alive. The ink seems to fear the writing knife, shifting back and forth among the names of the 12 proxies. It stops on the Wang character. Wang pauses and presses his bloody right side with his left hand, then resolutely points the writing knife back the word that covers everything. The ink is so black it seems to shine, reflecting half of Wang's silhouette. Last cut. The writing knife glows bright. Proxy pours his entire spirit into it, waiting for it to strike his own name. The ink on the page dissipates completely, revealing the beautiful calligraphy beneath. But the proxy can see it no more. He falls to look around, covered in blood, so thin and gaunt he hardly seems human. He has stopped breathing. I want to kill myself. I have gotten my wish. After more than a century applying... Who is speaking right now? After more than a century of plotting since your last failed attempt, this is how it ends? I the strategist, I the schemer? You're delusional. Proxy standing beside his bloody corpse on the floor, perfectly unharmed as he was when he entered the tomb of Sui. The body on the ground dissipates like morning dew, till only 3 shining black stones are left, till they too disintegrate. Turning yourself into Weichi stones, this was your idea. 3 black stones in exchange for killing you once. Fair trade. Pathetic. You are fooling yourself. Fooling myself? I have visited many of your kind. I know how incomprehensible you are, how incomprehensible we are. I know about the faint consciousness that were born from the primordial void. I know how they have transformed themselves into colossal entities in the course of an infinity. Time, space, quantity, structure, the things that mortals take for granted, the things that seem to be everlasting, unchangeable, are merely a temporary boost for you. I have seen one of your kind continue to disrupt what should have been the calm flow of time, even though it had died long ago and it's been turned into a machine at the hands of others. What, are they talking about Mostima's staves? She's the only one I know that actually interacts with time. And you still dream of killing me. Perhaps you have no need to die, but you will fall into eternal slumber, Sui, the dreamer of evolution. Mankind has no use for your arrogant design. I have no use for your endless dream. Every death in your memory is real, a genuine death of a small part of your enormous consciousness. Now believe me, think back to the day I encountered that madman, back when your methods were so primitive they were downright laughable. What did I do? Did I give the book back to the Sui regulator? Did I destroy it? What was written in it? Was it really a book? See? You've forgotten. You dare! Your memory has died. The price you paid in exchange for these 3 black stones. To be precise, you died by the writing knife imbued with the proxy's entire life force. He scraped clean every instance of the Sui character across all Great Yan, and with it any trace that a creature called Sui ever existed. The recklessness! The blasphemy! I'd do it again had I the writing knife in my hand right now. I'd be happy to create for you a nightmare from which you would never awake, even at the cost of my own life. You cannot. The more parts of me you kill, the more you think you'll weaken me, and the sooner I will wake. I know. Death hurts. Each and every one of your memories is real. They are happening somewhere. The pain of your death cuts straight to the heart. What about you? What can you do? I will continue the game, till neither of us can ever rise again. Ooh-wee. Bit intense, that. And of course, we are only like a quarter of the way through the story, I think. Maybe more than a quarter. Maybe a third of the story. 2 days before the day of the full moon, hour of Chien. This jolly fellow, I believe, was part of the Sweet Regulator, but he's been spending so long watching over you that he's just become the guy's assistant, an employee at his restaurant. What are you sighing for? Does your tooth hurt? It's my head that hurts. You have too much time in your hands. Go count the cabbage stock for winter. Hey, are you going or not? Going where, when the sun hasn't even climbed above the rooftops? Don't play the fool with me. The city's almost empty. Where do you stay? Almost means it's not totally empty. Travelers, soldiers on duty, they all need to eat. Besides, we have someone right here in the restaurant. She doesn't count. If you don't go now, there's nothing I can do when the Sweet Regulator hears of her visit to this place. I just put the foul beast on the grill, and there are another 4 or 5 dishes still to be served. There's no rush. Oh, you're just... Stop worrying so much first thing in the morning. Go open the door if you really have too much time in your hands. It's business as usual for breakfast hours. And border's a border, you know that? What else can I do? You're sleepy, go to bed. You're hungry, eat something. Who knows when someone might suddenly miss a certain taste? Customer could show up any moment. See? Customer just showed up. Take a seat with... Okay, this has got to be a typo. Take a seat you like? I mean, I guess technically the sentence works, but... Take a seat you like. If you see a seat you like, you should take it. Take the whole seat, not... Well, I mean, I suppose be seated, take a seat. There's not a whole lot of way to say take a seat, huh? Take the whole chair. Take a seat where you like. Only the breakfast menu is available right now. Oh my. Oh, it's you. What are you doing here? I'm not sure what you're asking. I run this place. What else would I be doing? You people just keep getting more and more ridiculous. Why the rudeness? Insulting the chef before you've taken a single bite? Keep this up and I'll kick you out. Even my patience has its limits. The frosty individual walks into the restaurant and sits down at the table beside you. Flat chest, broad shoulders. Looks very feminine, but there's a certain masculine quality about them too. Although I'm not sure if it's wide shoulders or if that's just like clothing, because their waist looks extra skinny. What flavors does savorers like you savor? All of them, of course. From sweet to sour to spicy to salty. You get the smell of fire and smoke over yourself. You like this? Of course. Can't be a good cook if you don't like to cook. Can't speak to anything else, but I'm pretty confident in my cooking. I could make a couple of dishes for you. On the house. Why not just taste different flavors in life? Isn't it a waste to be obsessed with a single flavor? But I guess I can't really use those words to persuade you. They say, he who tells others to forgive and forget will be struck by lightning. Besides, I guess the bad blood between you is pretty thick. I understand how you feel, really. You have every reason to hate Yon, hate humanity, hate it. Hate it? And I suppose it's not out of the question for the hatred to last 1,000 years. But if you keep hating and hating with nothing to do but let the hate destroy you, is it really worth it? You remind me of my brother, come to think of it. You're not afraid of me at all. Why should I be? Beggars, mandarins, even the gods in heaven and the fern motes of legend, they're all customers when they walk into this restaurant. You're different from the others. You're unusual, even among your kind. You don't look concerned at all, even when your life is on the line. I guess I got used to living in fear. It's been this way for a century. Timing isn't great, I have to say. You would really have had a treat if you had come when the ingredients were still fresh in the kitchen. Sometimes all it takes to change your mood is a nice hot meal. Maybe the things that seem impossible will solve themselves. The buns are ready, Chief. Or Chef. But our breakfast sign is gone. Did Blaze steal the breakfast sign? Is actually a customer? This hour? A candle holder. All alone. Far too arrogant you are. Feeble, ignorant, juvenile, you and these ants. Her sword is already raised before she has finished her sentence. Stop! Chef! Like the falling of the judge's gavel, or the crack of thunder in winter. It's supposed to be a dining table, but it feels like a court of law. All silent. The dining table is no place for swords and bloodshed. Pick up your chopsticks if you're here to eat. Don't let good food go to waste. And if you're not here to eat, you ought to get out. Its parts protect the humans of the sweet regulator. How ironic. We don't need you to tell us how to live our lives. On the other hand, I would suggest that you eat something. Hunger tends to make one grumpy. The woman quietly pushes a steaming plate of buns in front of Ya. Oh, it was Ya, not Wa. Okay. Enjoy, while it's still hot. Ya looks cold like the buns in front of her before turning to leave. You're going? The Shanhai Zong's words were truth mixed with falsehood, but I will get my hands on what she promised to deliver to me. As for you, I met many of its incarnations, but none who answered my questions straightforwardly. What use is there for you people? I will not say that eye for an eye is unreasonable, but you should watch your step, in case someone has dug a pit for you. Ridiculous. Does she speak of the proxies, the Shanghai Zong, herself, or the steaming plate of buns in front of her? Come on, go ahead, take a bun. You'll probably end up being recruited to Rhodes Island if you do. Ew. Good thing you showed up, June. It doesn't seem like she's here for any particular reason. Looks like she's been tricked by someone. Whether I'm here or not doesn't make much of a difference. It's not us that she's after. What is it? I just feel like she must have led a hard life. The road of hardship that only leads to even greater hardship. Never mind that. Does my second oldest sister have business here in Baizhou? I have an appointment to keep. An appointment? How about you sit down and enjoy a meal if you're not in a hurry? I'm afraid it might be a little hard to sit down and enjoy anything, considering the burning smell coming from the kitchen. Oh no, my roast falbies! Oh, we're finally back to Qian. Stop. The sound of paulownia seeds striking the ground rings clear through the faint morning autumn wind. The slender woman in front of her has a nervous expression on her face, seemingly trying to hide her timidity at all costs. A visitor? When there is a general evacuation order throughout Baizhou. Who are you? What business do you have in the Sky Mirror Pavilion? I didn't mean to disturb. Do you work here? You must have seen the strange soldiers all over the city. They seem to have originated here. Could you please tell me exactly what happened? The pavilion does not need an outsider meddling in its affairs. Besides, your identity is unknown and you are trespassing into this place armed. This whole country, constantly putting on airs even when they're having problems that they cannot deal with. As Magistrate of Water for the Sky Mirror Pavilion, I cannot allow you to enter, whether it's for the safety of the Pavilion's archives or for your own safety. Turn back. Magistrate of Water? What kind of position is that? The Skymare Pavilion is the first library of Yon. Magistrate of Water is responsible for preventing fires. You know, that actually makes a whole lot of sense. I thought it was something a lot fancier. You know, there would be like a magistrate for each of like the 5 classical like Chinese elements. Actually, I can't remember what the elements are. Let me think. Water, earth, metal, wood. Last one is fire, I guess? I think it was fire. I can't remember for sure. I'm pretty sure it was fire. But no, like, magistrate of water responsible for putting out fires. That makes a whole lot of sense. What are you doing in the Skymare Pavilion if you don't even know this? I thought a modern library wouldn't need a specific person to prevent fires anymore. Indeed, you're right. Smart girl. Now get out. I'm sorry, I meant no offense. I happen to know someone who used to work in Baizao's library. Who? What's your relationship? That's not important. It was many years ago. The aloof woman takes a few steps forward, lifting a lantern to look closely at Qian's face. They have a lot of similarities, don't they? There are some similarities in their horn shape, and their hair color, and their eye color. Enough. Nothing you say will matter. Leave. You have no business here. You regret it when the gates close. But you're the only one here. Are you sure you'll be fine? That's none of your business. Why do you poke your nose into it? Honestly, I came to clear out those monsters. But when I saw this library, it felt like I'd seen it in a dream. Like someone intentionally guided me here. A dream? Is that the best excuse you can come up with? It's not an excuse. Besides, I used to be a cop. I'm familiar with security work. Please trust me. Let me participate in the investigation. You're really police? Qian shows her ID. You're from Lungmen. Qian Huiqie. Qian Huiqie? What are you doing here? Huh? Don't think a piece of paper grants you free passage. I, Qian Chao Qian, am the last of the Qians. Have you come to mock the House of Qian? I never understand the Imperial family's hobbies. That means you're... Still playing dumb? Don't you even know who your parents are? Your family never cared about the husband side of the family when Princess Yanjing remarried, only to ruin the careers of the entire Qian family when she died. Okay, what? I feel like there's a lot to process here. So Yenwu's her uncle, and we have reason to believe that he's an imperial prince. His sister was Archian's mother. Oh god. So that means that that means that Yenwu is not next in line for the throne. It's Qian herself. Her father must have been from the Qian family. Tallulah's her half-sister, but I'm not sure if she shares a father or a mother. Actually, I don't know if Qian or Tallulah is the older sibling. I always got the impression Tallulah was older, though. What did my cousin do wrong? How could he possibly refuse? Maybe... Oh. Man, I'm still trying to process this. I don't know how to read her name either. Like, I put like a little like slight like interruption between, and like I basically turn into a two-syllable names. Instead of just saying Chen, I say Qian. Like as if there's a bit of gap in there, but that's how I'd read it if there was an I there instead. So I have no idea how I would read this or that. So I just feel like I'm saying the same thing for this and that, and I don't know if that's close enough. Yeah, I'm not getting enough of this. So this princess presumably Qian's mother, but she'd remarried. So I'm trying to figure out who here in the Qian family was ruined. It was the husband who was part of this family. Then why does she still carry his last name? I don't know. So one possibility is that Tallulah is the younger sister, in which case the princess had Qian, then remarried, and then had Tallulah. What did my cousin do wrong? How could he possibly refuse? Refuse what? Refuse a divorce? Maybe you don't believe me. I can hardly believe it myself, but no one's ever told me so much about my family like that. I thought I was the only one. You didn't know? Then why have you come to the Sky Mirror Pavilion? They stare at each other wordlessly as though looking into blurry mirrors. I'm sorry. Enough. Leave. A few nice words, that's all. You were willing to say them and I appreciate it. Let's leave it like that. I gave up asking more questions a long time ago. Thunder and rain are both gifts from heaven. I should be grateful I still have a job. Again? What? Didn't they disappear? Oh no, the books! I'll take you inside, it's faster that way. Excuse me. Stop, wait! Insolent child. So is that like her aunt or something like that? She looks like a little girl though. Beneath the tall dome, densely packed bookshelves extend as far as the eye can see, reflecting the floor like a massive, constantly expanding Weiqi board. Ink-colored script geist wander amidst them, scattered like Weiqi stones. This is not good. The monsters here are much stronger than the ones I encountered at the gate. It's like they came flowing out of the shelves. What are they? Not shelves, pages. Can't you tell? Pages. Get back. Hey, don't grab me. Fine, I suppose your intentions are righteous. What do you think, Ken Horderjo? Is the news timely enough for you? Going straight for the source of the Geist trouble. Even you sweet regulated people haven't been able to react yet. Do you believe me now? Shut up and give it back. The sound metal clanging against metal. Sparks fly as blades clash. Mo Yi clenches her teeth as the swordness spreads from her hand to the rest of her arm. You blockhead. Gotten strong in the span of just a few days, haven't you? What do you want, Shanghai Zong Bandit? Don't tell me you haven't noticed something's not right with the sweet regulator? What about this doll? Why did you steal it? It belongs to a proxy, just like the book of Kung Fu. I believe it has something to do with the vanished proxy. As for taking it, will you have cooperated and come with me to the Sky Mirror Pavilion, hard-headed as you are, if I didn't? What? Out of the way! He pushes so hard that it sends the doll and Mo Yi's arms flying. Oh no. You won't. Blades cross again in the blink of an eye. The force sends both of them recoiling. The blades vibrate and hum. Look out! The bookshelf collapses towards Mo Yi, the shockwave forcing her back. Stop! Stop! Who are they? They're swinging swords at each other when there's still monsters around? And you toppled an entire shelf of books? Out! Get out! Wait, be careful. It's unclear who moved first. The balance is broken and chaos breaks out. Mo Yi turns towards the charging magistrate of water, angling her wrist to point her sword at her foe's shoulder. Zhou Lei's swing misses Mo Yi by inches, cutting the red rope tied to the wooden lock. Stand back! Qian has no time to pull out. I have no idea how to say her name. Almost by instinct, she draws Qi Xiao and barely parries an attack, without even seeing who made it. Sparks fly amidst the poorly lit bookshelves, accompanied by the piercing sound of clashing metal. Huh? Mo Yi grabs Qiao Qian by the collar and pulls her away from the scuffle. Qian steps forward, her blade leading the way. Zhou Lei stands his ground. Stop! The girl holds up the petite form of the Magistrate of Water and turns her blade around. No, the token! You, give the wooden lock back! Stop, all of you! Don't hurt the innocent! You're Lord Wei's niece? Why is the token in your hands, Miss Qian? This is important to the Swede regulator. You must return it at once. Lower your weapon! What a mess. Why wouldn't be in her hand? You guys are just like flinging things around left and right.
No need to make a scene.
Good scenery here, Doctor.
I didn't see what it said about that guy. Oh no, he's drawing glyphs. Somebody stop that guy.
Ooh, almost we're counting on you again today, little apple.
Bad luck.
The scent in the air is changing.
Okay, I have no idea what the symbol is.
Need speed to succeed.
They will cough up some useful information.
Gather around it, guys. Volcanic soot contains lots of originium particles. Let's not stay too long.
See the suffering of others as if your own. I know your weak spots. Forgive me.
The shadow beneath your feet.
See, I don't think
is not
I have
your
anyone
own.
who could like heal themselves. Well, I mean, I guess Upianus would count, but he's busy right now.
Almost gather around it, guys.
I guess I could put her here as a healer.
Remember, patience makes perfect.
So, what are these blocks right here?
The killing urge doth seize your flesh.
Can she survive this?
Some
Level 1?
pathetic.
Probably not. See, she has 971
So
HP.
much negotiation, and we end up talking with our blades.
Let's assume it's true damage. Nope, not good enough.
Who takes joy in the fall?
Whew, almost. I have to get serious now.
Let's see, 1,300 HP. Maybe this will be.
Location secure.
Just relax and move the mold, restoring the flexibility of the fabric.
Okay, so he managed to survive. Should I guess that does about 1,000 damage then?
an extra special spot we got here.
Or maybe it actually is subject to okay, not resistance, maybe defense? No, she has high defense though. Okay, let's just guess it's about 1,000 damage.
Mission accomplished.
Ooh, nice and easy. Miss Yen, return the item. Let her go. Return the lock. I'm sure we talked about this calmly, like reasonable people. I could hear you all the way from upstairs. I thought it was guys at work again. I did not expect to see a 3-person sparring session. Mr. Liang. I'll be faring well, Lord Jill. Lord Jill. I've heard the name on Rhodes Island. I must admit, I was at my wit's end about how to resolve the trouble here. My mind can be at ease now that the sweet regulator has sent you to deal with it. Well... Do I misunderstand? The supervisor has her plans. There's no need to worry. I will offer what assistance I can. It's under the supervisor's instructions that you're arresting this young lady. She is Mo Yi, a member of the Shanghai Zong. She had been causing trouble at the Mangxing town a few days ago, and now she has appeared in Baizhou, coinciding with the Geist troubles. This is highly suspicious and calls for a thorough investigation. How ungrateful of you, candle holder Zhou. The Shanghai Zong. Cautiously backed off, but still holding her hostage. The city is under martial law. I should commend Miss Mo for her boldness, if you are only here to cause trouble. You seem duller than this candle holder is, but I didn't expect you to be a reasonable one. Care to persuade our Lord Zhou to listen to me before drawing a sword for once? My station is insignificant, and my words carry little weight. I can only ask you to release my colleague. To travel across the land and delve deeply into the laws of nature. The original created the Shanghai Zong 1,000 years ago. I doubt it is your intention to harm an innocent. Mr. Liang? How do you know that? Mo Yi follows silent for a moment, then sheaths her sword and gives the magistrate of water a gentle push. Are you alright? I'm fine. Du Shan, new transcriber. If I recognize that sword, you must be Miss Chen. Surprising that you returned to Baizhou at a time like this. You're Liang Zun, advisor Lumen, or Yuman. I've seen you with Wei Yenwu. You are too humble to say that your station's insignificant. I've left the position, and I'm merely a humble transcriber now. Perhaps you have not yet heard the news since you have been traveling. Eyes locked upon the wooden lock in Jolet's hand. No sudden moves. The token's one thing, but that lock was mine to begin with. And what of it? You dare? Speak your intentions, I will decide what to do with this lock. You wouldn't believe me if I told you. Why did the old Tianchi allow you to come to Baizhou? She said that war is coming to the city, and some people will inevitably try to take advantage of the chaos. That young candle holder will likely run into trouble. She took Deputy Minister Lin and Mrs. Yun, so she wanted you to have help. Deal with anyone who tries to obstruct the boy as best you can. Do you think I wanted to help you, blockhead? Her eyes are shining with a nice jade color light there. I like that. I don't know if jade color is right. It's a little too light for most jade objects that I've seen. And what of the lock? Still keeping secrets? It belonged to my late mother. And everyone just makes a sad face. I've let the hostage go and you have my mother's heirloom. What more do you want? She could be lying. She could be. You still have to come with me to the sweet regulator to explain the previous incidents. Cause no more trouble, and I assure you the lock will return to you without a scratch once all is settled. You just want to hold me hostage with it, don't you? Like I said, the sweet regulator. Good use. Now that we resolve our misunderstandings, why don't we call a truce and clear up what's happening here? Two days before the day of the full moon, hour of Wu. You've been in the Sky Mirror Pavilion for some time, Mr. Liang. Do you know what these soldier apparitions are? I believe Lord Zhou is in a better position to explain it. They are Geist. The sweet regulator has discovered that some Fernmoots are able to animate the inanimate things, be it drawings, objects, or text. This is another case where I feel like the word "the" is not fitting. Animate inanimate things, not animate the inanimate things. Actually, that's also a kind of a tongue twister of a choice of words here. The Geist that appeared in Baizhou may be based on the Yan armies during the Great Hunt depicted in the history books in the Sky Mirror Pavilion's collection. Their appearance likely has something to do with the events at the Tomb of Sui, but it's unclear why they seem to flicker in and out of existence. It's the breathing of the Fernmoon. Breathing is what gives life. The increasing frequency of Geist appearance is a sign that it is waking up from its dream. How do you know? I told you, you people are way behind in Fernmoon knowledge. Then why did the script Geist originate from the Sky Mirror Pavilion? I'm not well versed in Fernmootology, but I have a hypothesis concerning the Sky Mirror Pavilion. Mr. Liang, watch your words. Still clinging to your stupid rules? Do you have any idea what the situation is? It's not my intention to poke my nose into the sweet regulator secrets, but this is an emergency, and we need to share information. This place holds the only thing that the vanished proxy left behind. A writing knife. Writing knife? Could it be the top floor of the Sky Mirror Pavilion, which has always been sealed shut? It is very special. After the death of the proxy, everything that she owned, everything that she had poured her heart and soul into, disappeared with her. But this writing knife remains. If the Geist in the city come from words, it is very likely that they have something to do with the knife. It all makes sense now. What do you mean? A little while ago, the Ministry of War sent people to search the Sky Mirror Pavilion every few days. But the Sky Mirror Pavilion is under the jurisdiction of the Ministry of Rights. Mr. Liang has submitted several complaints to the Department of Discipline and Supervision. They finally laid off the search these couple of days. The Ministry of War? Patrol Battalion soldiers tried to stop me on the main street just now. Could this be the Grand Commandant's doing? Why didn't you say anything about the patrol? Wait. Why didn't you say anything about the Patrol Battalion soldiers falling closely behind the candlehorn from the Sui regulator? Hey. Come on, it's just a guess. I never said anything about the Sui regulator being in league with the Grand Commandant in some kind of underhanded deal. The Sui regulator does not indulge in faction politics. Bureaucrats who don't engage in foreign politics? That'd be a first for the Baizhou court. I'll clear it up when I report back to the supervisor. Don't get so worked up over a mere guess. What does the Ministry of War want with the writing knife? What use does it have other than its association with the script Geist? A writing knife is a tool used to erase characters scribed on bamboo slips, but I know nothing about what powers the proxy's knife possesses. You do, don't you, Lord Zhou? Go on. The proxy assisted Yan with compiling the nation's history. Her powers were unusual. The scrolls of the Sui regulator record. With her pen, she fathoms the law of heaven and human affairs. With her knife, she has the power to erase and rewrite history. Apparently, the writing knife can erase things that cannot and must not be hastily touched. The name of a person or their very existence, even the existence of an entire segment of history. You've got to be kidding me. How could history be altered so easily? What does altering history involve? Does it change people's memories? Or does a single word erase someone's existence? The powers of the Fernmoot are far beyond our comprehension. We cannot interpret this through the lens of normal logic. According to Sui regulated research, however, the Rang knife has been used for such purposes in the past. So it seems you don't have full knowledge either. However, the one who seeks the Rang knife, the one with ulterior motives, must know how to use it. What? Drat, what do we do then? Do we stop people with ulterior motives from getting their hands on the knife? Or do we use it to stop the Geist in the city? As far as I know, the Rang knife was sealed away in the top of the Skymere Pavilion many years ago, and the Sweet Regulator placed strong wards on it. 2 keys are needed to unseal it. The Supervisor and the 4th Proxy each hold one. The seal can only be broken if both are present. Or maybe we can use that thing you took from the Guardian of Grotesqueries? Give it a try? Absolutely not. We know little of the true powers of the Rang knife, even less of this object from the Guardian of Grotesqueries. We can't act rashly. Not this, not that. Guess I will wait for Sweet to wake up and go down with the rest of Baizhou. Miss Qian has been quiet. What is on your mind? What is on your mind, Qian Huiqie? Mr. Liang, what did you mean when you said the one with ulterior motives? Forgive me if I'm wrong, but you are here for private matters like Lord Wei's behest, are you not, Miss Qian? Where is Lord Wei? He's missing. Missing? But there are a few who could possibly overcome Lord Wei in combat. In that case, have you entered the city because you suspect the Lord Wei is already here? Impossible. He would be accused of attempting a coup. A lot of ... dots here. I don't know if if Liang, no. Qian definitely seems like she was out of the loop. Wonderful. More sordid affairs of the big shots. These are extraordinary circumstances, Miss Ling. There's no need to mince words. The Rang knife, the patrol battalion, the Sweet Regulator. Do you think the unusual activities of the Ministry of War has something to do with Wei Yanwu's disappearance? I dare not make a hasty judgment, but it is true that they were not so brazen before Lord Wei's disappearance. As far as I know, Lord Wei and His Imperial Majesty are polar opposites. If Lord Wei is decisive but sometimes rash, then His Majesty's cautiousness might be seen as indecision by some. Perhaps the Grand Commandant's faction found Wei Yanwu's weakness and coerced him to enter the city, planning to use the Rang knife to recreate history too. No, anyone who tried to blackmail Wei Yanwu would only suffer 100-fold payback. Could he willingly? But it was the true Lung who summoned him back to Baizhou, unless he changed his mind at the last minute. But why hide if he's answering Imperial summons? Human minds are complicated things, and Lord Wei's is more so than most. If you are truly worried for him, you could start by investigating the Rang knife, right here at the Skymere Pavilion. Responding to change by remaining still, so to speak. Responding to change by staying still. I like that. Where do we go then to find out what this Rang knife can do and to protect it, Mr. Liang? We should... Mr. Liang, she... Up. The higher we climb the Skymere Pavilion, the more precious the tomes. They will be of great benefit.
There's nothing to clean up. Let's go.
Considering how long these stories are, I will probably go for one more story segment. Well, I'll go on a break first. After that, there'll probably be some reading before and after Stage 4, and we'll do Stage 4 itself, and we'll probably just call it there. I hope I will have enough time to read through this event. Oh, okay. So there's... Shoot. Okay, so this was a 3-week event. Okay, I should have plenty of time. I could do some reading, and then next week we'll probably go through... Yeah, we could do the EX stages next week. And then we do some more reading. Although the EX stages will take a lot of time and effort, so... Well, we'll see, I guess. You know what? maybe I should just call it a little early here. Yeah, woo, EX stages. I always fear them a little bit. Okay, if I call it here, hopefully I won't have to, like, find space to squeeze in another session. But, like, okay, so we're gonna be streaming this at least 2 more weeks. Oh, man. I'll probably go ahead and do these stages off stream. You know what, let me at least do these stages. We'll do the rest of the reading later. No, this should be half, right? It should be half if I go through this. Yeah, I can't decide. This should be around the halfway point. But you know what? Let me just do a few. Let me just do the stage. So we'll finish with the reading for now. We'll just do maybe 1, maybe 2 more stages, and we'll just leave it there for tonight. And we'll probably have to spread out the reading across the next couple weeks. Who knows? Maybe I'll probably next couple of weeks. Due to Elden Ring co-op being twice a week, I only have 3 days left to stream stuff each week, unless I also stream on the weekends. But honestly, it's taking me more and more effort to do the stuff. We're going to be starting Witch Spring R next week, and I am looking forward to that.
My ears are sharp, so when I stop, you stop.
Yeah, maybe I'll, instead of focusing on the EX stages, maybe next week I'll focus on the story. I really should be reading more here. It makes more sense to finish the story all in one go. Or not one go, but like to try and condense it to as little time spent as possible. Because the more time that we spend... Is that a boss already? The more time we spend, the harder it is to keep the story together. Even if you can look back at the YouTube videos or whatnot.
Moving to designated location.
Come, take your seats.
The shadow beneath your feet is not your own.
Magma will dredge up originating veins. Keep your distance.
Okay, I'm getting some more deployment points here.
They will cough up some useful information.
Alright, I guess I'm changing my mind. I guess I'll read it a little bit more. At least half of stage 4. Maybe I'll do a longer reading stream next week. Ah, jeez. We're getting raided. Astra, good to see you. Rory. Sorry, I still don't know how to say your name. Rayri? Oh my goodness, I have no idea how to say your name. Good to see you guys. I believe you were playing Star Rail earlier. Actually, it should say right there. Oh, Kingdom Hearts 3. Oh, that's right. You switched to Kingdom Hearts 3 afterwards. I forgot about that.
The depths will devour your bones.
Was it with Saimori? I forgot. We're probably calling it soon. I was mostly trying to do a reading stream today, and I decided maybe I should try to squeeze in a bit more reading. This event's going to be going on for a few more weeks. The stage is going to take a while, but I should probably not spread out the reading across like 30 different streams. So who knows, maybe I'll read one more section. Well, hope you guys had fun. I don't know if you were going for anything specific or just playing through the story. I should probably figure out what to do with this boss, huh? Rayri. It feels weird when I say it. But thank you so much for the follow. For anyone who doesn't know me, my name is Phantasmo Knight, warrior poet, variety streamer, chivalrous loot rat. Used to play Arknights once a week, still try to get in a little Arknights every now and then.
Easy does it.
If I don't pay attention, stuff is probably going to go bad, but right now the stages don't feel so bad. We just plop down more exploding kittens to blow stuff up.
Mission accomplished.
Apparently, we don't have to kill that thing. Just trying to get through more story, but also completionists. Yeah. Feeling getting stuff done is nice. You gotta go eat? Very well then. Enjoy your... Let's see, you should be in the same time zone, right? Would this be dinner? I believe you have a more reasonable schedule than I do. My whole day shifted forward, so my breakfast is other people's lunch. No, you have to have a more reasonable schedule, because I'm pretty sure I saw you and Hanada-san stream this morning. You know, before I went to bed. At like 6 a.m. Anyway, let's go back to the beginning of this section, and we'll do at least half a stage's worth of reading.
Sorted. If we made a themed exhibit out of these items, the doers would be happy to queue for at least 2 hours.
Sleep schedule doesn't exist, huh? I want to say like one of your collab streams with him like a few days ago was the first time in like 2 weeks that I managed to sleep before 7 a.m. Like I've been sleeping at like 10 a.m. It's terrible. It's really wrecking me. So these past few days my body's been completely out of whack. Like I would go to sleep early and wake up after 5 hours and just be exhausted the whole day. Or like yesterday I think I woke up after like 10 hours of sleep. Oh, it was like 7 hours, and then I fell asleep again for 3, but I was like oddly fatigued in the evening. And last night I went to sleep at like 6:30 a.m. again. Alright, have a good one. Alright, let's go back and just read just a little bit more story today. Normally stop at the 4-hour mark, so this would be quite early. So we could at least get in like a little bit more reading. Pointless obsession, pointless struggle, pointless sacrifice. You've been fearful for centuries. You divide my awakening into hundreds of cycles, each of which is subdivided by 12, then subdivided by 30, and then live in constant fear every minute, every second, fearing the time of it, though you do not know when it will come. Have I become so foolish and short-sighted in the span of just a few dreams? Without a will, without a self, without someone to measure and define it, time is no more than a cycle without meaning. As the time you spent in the tomb was. How do you define this time if you neither think nor feel? How does a dream, then? A dream hysterical for its inevitable end. So this is about 350 years before the present time. The Mount Sea and on between shall be our masters. Heresy. Drop your weapon and live. Drop my weapon? We will teach the House of Yon that Ju has awakened, and their reign is no more than a fleeting dream compared to the infinity of heaven and earth. The mounts, the seas, and on between shall be... I guess that's to be expected, huh? You keep spewing zealous crap and refusing to surrender, then, well, they're gonna cut you down. We doing other games after stream tonight? I think Sorties and I were going to try and get some Celesta in. Due to me streaming every day on the weekdays and then sometimes having stuff in the evening on weekends, it's hard to find time to play that game together. Sortie is also busy, so... I mean, busy at work, so sometimes he can't stay up as late. Celeste when? No, give it about 20 minutes. Come, drink! Sir, I'm just a humble soldier. Don't sell yourself short. After centuries, we finally eliminated the last remnant from the hunt. The lands of Yon are safe now. A toast to all of you. Oh, hey, I just realized. This is the old school armor. So it looks pretty similar to the other one, but the other one has more of like a Jacko's face. This one has more like white strings all around, and it's got these like little segmented plates. Thank you, sir. And the two of you, of course. Mr. Shuo inspired the troops by always being the first to charge in the fray, while Mr. Wang's tactics were utterly flawless. Let's see, you've been playing more on your own, had your paladin use great weapon... Wasn't it a great weapon master? Was it? It was a great weapon fighter? Okay. Reroll a 2+2 into a 1+1, but you also see it reroll a 1+1 into a 6+6. Yeah, it's overall benefit, but yeah, sometimes it can mess things up. Great weapon fighting. Ah. I really thought it was Great Weapon Master. Odd. Oh well. The bulk of the credit for taking out Ju must go to the two of you. A toast to you. Dusha. This is a rare opportunity, Mr. Wang, and there's something I must say to you. I know the slanders against your name in the Imperial Court, casting suspicions upon you because you are not one of our kind. But you have endured such slanders and made a historic contribution to Yan. Your noble heart is admirable. To interfere even in family reunions, the Swede regulator's restrictions on you are unreasonable. I'll petition to His Majesty to permit your family gathering. It's a joyful day. I consider myself a strong drinker, but it appears wine has gotten the best of me. Tell the truth, my orders were to keep an eye on you, make sure nothing goes wrong. But to you have proven yourself utterly loyal, most respectable. This is as far as I go. Take care. Drunken official manages a farewell and departs, helped by his bodyguards. A good man, but a poor spy. We started at very good weapon fighting, we're at great weapon fighting now, and soon it will be excellent weapon fighting. Well, no, you gotta start at decent weapon fighting first. I'm just kidding around. Did you think about what will happen to all of us if he finds out what you just did? Or if he finds out what you did? You are drunk. I wish I were drunk, and all this was not but a dream. Why did you let the bestial Jew go? Best have a card up one sleeve. Who's your opponent this time? You must feel it. We all do. It is awakening, much sooner than the 1,000 years that we expected. We need help. Did you promise to help you defeat Sui? It is too weak to even protect the Shan Haizong, and we have not gotten to that point. It's not time yet. I told you there are other ways to escape its influence. I know what you're trying to say. You finally cleared up the ties between you and it. You wanted me to no longer be us, and we to no longer be it. And you sealed yourself away in the sword. What then? Did the Swede regulator return your sword? You still live in shackles. True shackles do not come from outside. You really believe that everyone can be like you? You remember everything and care about everything. People, events, things from centuries past have all flowed away like the Great River. But Shul remains Shul, always. Not everyone can be like you. How long would it take for dust to become like you? What about you? Do you really want you to become like you? 1,000 years is not enough, and we don't even have 1,000 years. We don't have time. Hardly your equal in Weiqi, but I know that when there's no clear path to victory in sight, it's better to play in a straightforward manner than to attempt radical tricks without a plan. Do you think there is no victory in this game? That you would be content with doing all the right things in an honorable defeat? I never said that. Your plan will have no other outcome. What do you think we should do then? If you truly found a path, tell me, and I will come with you. Our chances would be better that way. Just tell me what the chances are. You can use me however you want. I'd be happy to give my life. But do you really know what you're doing? Or has your obsession with victory blinded you to risks and consequences? Tell me. Say something. Did you consider it? The proxy slams his palm on the stone table. So he intended to. but he has yet to adapt to his mortal vessel, and misjudged both the strength and position. A deep crack appears on the Weiqi board that Wang always carries with him. Wang, Impressive, brother. This human body you create for yourself can still split boulders. But yeah, they made it sound like Wang's strength wasn't that impressive. Like when he was scraping the word "sui" off with the writing knife. Ambient Simstasia 2026 is out. Oh dang! Like they already held the concert and everything. I've been missing it more and more with these concerts. If there's a cool animation like that Spy one way back in the day with like Phantom and Mudrock and Tequila and Reed, I haven't seen that. I know the following year they had another one with some of the other characters. I think it was Lumen, Irene, and I can't remember all the characters. But dang, there's already another one, huh? Time passes so quickly, and yet my accomplishments number so few. One of my great anxieties. Listen to me. No, thank you. None of us could reach your heights, brother. You need not trouble yourself with our fates. Wang! What are you doing here? Had a fight with our eldest brother? Such is written all over your face. I get drunk by the roadside for a couple hours, and the two of you are already making trouble. If you have anything to say to him, you say it to him directly. Come now, there's no need for that. I know what you were fighting over. Sui. This is not the first time you fought over this. Can you not accept your differences? This is a matter of life and death. It's not something that can be glossed over so easily. Would you keep fighting even when the end comes? Run not from the words that need to be said. The longer you delay this, the greater the problem grows. Not today. Wang, now, come back. Wait, chief failure, can you not act your age? Playing the brat in front of your younger sister. Oh, I see. Yeah, I was thinking about the feet. I completely slipped my mind that there was a fighting style of this by the same name. Incidentally, in in D&D 5th edition 2024, I think some people are starting to call it 5.5. So the fighting styles actually are feats. However, you can only take them if you have access to fighting style feats. So, for example, if you're a fighter, a paladin, a ranger, and you have a fighting style, then when you pick up a feat, you can pick up another one. Yeah, I actually couldn't remember the part about how you can attack again and kill something. But the trade -5 attack for +10 damage, I do remember that. Without something like that, or like power attack from Pathfinder 1st edition, it's difficult to like really amp up your damage. Ling leads the way while Wang slowly follows behind. They see the eldest proxy still sitting by the pavilion. Daga, our biggest brother. Little Ling. I have told you, calling me Little Ling makes me feel like a child. Sorry. Old habits die hard. So it would seem. Smashing things in your rage. Are you the child here? I'll fetch some good woods and make a new one for you. Or would you prefer to keep this one? I can ask Nian or Yi to fix it when they're here. No need. Oh, I recall the days when I had freshly awoken, watching you two fight amongst yourselves, time after time. I remember the candle holder asking me anxiously, how bad it would get when all your younger siblings are born. Please give me an estimation so I could report to the court and get a disaster response plan set up. An idea, Daga. Let me speak to Wang alone. I'll serve as your messenger this time, in order that you need not break anything else. Very well. So, about the Weiqi board. Just leave it, brother. I repair it myself. No need to trouble yourself. Alright. Say, Sorty, so about the smite thing. So I haven't actually done the math, but I don't know if paladins actually keep up with the other martials in terms of like doing extra damage. It could be that the smite thing hits the same problems as spells, in that you need spell slots to do your smite thing. And it could also be that paladins are just more defensive based. Because, you know, they have the whole, like, lay on hands, and they're one of the extremely few classes that have heavy armor. But all the martial classes have something to help them. Or, I should say, all the non-casters. I'm a little hesitant about saying that, because I'm actually not clear on the Artificer. It's a spat book class, and I don't think it's shown up in 2024 yet. Like, the fighter gets a fighting style like right from the very beginning, and also gets action surge like level 2. After that, it doesn't really have anything for a while, but okay, so fighters are a few things. Action surge, extra ability score increases / feats, and then at level 11 it gets a third attack. Paladins, I think, is primarily smite. Rangers, they got, well, okay, actually all the classes end up getting buffed, I think. Rangers, they primarily have to use their Hunter's Mark. So that's why they benefit more from dual wielding compared to the other classes. So I think that's also why Rangers were a little weak, and they got extra Hunter's Mark in 2024. I don't know if they get anything else. Fighting styles, of course. Barbarians get their rage damage. Rogues get their sneak attack. And mostly the two weapon fighting is only useful for making sure that you, or not making sure, but increasing your chance of getting sneak attack off. Monks, their attacks scale. Whether they're using their fists or monk weapons, it scales over time. It moves a step faster in 2024, probably because they don't get weapon masteries. Anyway, that's enough for my D&D rant. Let's get back to this. You are still angry. I'm not. You only address him as brother when you are angry. What are you arguing about? Tell me. It's just as I thought. His way is the proper way, but it is slow. If it were to suddenly awaken one day, it would all be too late. As for you, you want to argue with him, should you not at least come up with a plan of your own? He gave up his sword to prove our innocence, the sword that means so very much to him. Do you feel no gratitude? Are you perhaps seriously furious that he smashed your board? No. I'm just frustrated by his lack of urgency. We all seek a way. Dust has even fewer ideas. Does she anger you too? No. Its awakening is accelerating. We are all anxious, and it is understandable that we might provoke the occasional quarrel with inadvertent words. But it will take centuries for it to awaken. Maintaining a cordial relationship with Yan is the more pressing matter. Are you saying that I too lack urgency? No, that's not what I mean. You said we're all looking for a way. What are you looking for? Your ears have merit. It and I, we are all nothing but a dream. This is just the seed of an idea, and I know not how far I can go. But I hope to leave behind a dream that it cannot disturb, even if it has fully awakened. I remember that during Ling's event, it wasn't really Ling's event, it was more like it was Lee's event and that Liang guy's event. It was basically their event. And I want to say that we had a couple other people showing up too. Jolet was introduced there. What's her name again? God, I can't remember. And I've put so much effort into pronouncing her name right too. Litza. She showed up there briefly too. But it kind of felt like it was mostly Lee's event there. But like Ling barely showed up there, and even when she did, it seemed like Sui was rearing his head again, and she basically just prayed the dragon away. I don't know what she did exactly, but she basically like treated it as just nothing but a dream, and she basically treated it as lucid dreaming. Dust and Neon were in Chinese dresses for some reason, and were a little concerned or a little freaked out about it, and Ling just basically said no. She just said no to the dragon. Hydrate? Unfortunately I'm out of water, so I'm gonna have to go get some water now. Thankfully, we are right on the 4-hour mark, so this is a decent place to stop. I wish I had managed to go through another story section. But perhaps we'll just need to make next week's a little bit longer. Who knows? Anyway, I will at least stretch now, but the hydrate will have to wait until after I end stream, and then I'll immediately go get water. My throat is a little hoarse right now. This is only after 4 hours of talking. But it does seem like reading streams do take a bit more out of me than my usual blather about whatever the heck. I'm sure my sleep habits also don't help with my health. Anyway. Let's see here. Excuse me. Well, let's go say hi to WG. We barely ever see him. Well, he shows up here on occasion, but we barely ever get to see them stream. Anyway, let's just pop over, say hi, and Sorties, I'll meet with you in a little bit. Need to get more water and probably search for a little bit of food. Really wish I could just devour like MREs or Soylent or whatever. Like, I keep searching for snacks, but I wish I could just ignore hunger, thirst, sleep. I wish I could just like wipe all those things out, and the need to shower. I wish I can just like cast a simple spell, you know, chant something for a handful of seconds and go, shoo, I'm clean. Anyway. So I wasn't quite sure what the story was going to be about, so I came up with something based on the cinematic of how they use the writing knife to like scrape the words off the bamboo plates. Cutting blades and cutting words, both can hurt, both can kill. When turned against one another, stains of ink scraped from wood, accusations once war is done. Who knows what secrets can cause, who knows what truths still lurk. Alright, that's all I got. Thank you for being here, everyone. Hope you had fun. Stay well, stay safe, and with well wishes from me to you, have a good one. Goodbye!